is on the air. Tonight's I3G Sports Network broadcast is brought to you by Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis Medical Center, Country Financial Agent Casey Formanek, Dakota Cabinetry, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Ripper Sports Store, Heitkamp Construction, Lilligard, Merle Steam Cleaning, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Nodak Insurance Agent Carson Zarek, Optimum Rehab, Quality Toyota, OSPTI, Ready, Red River Agency, Red River Grain, Sanford Health, Smith Motors, State Farm Agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Superior Builders, Twin Town Villa, and Wahpeton Family Dentistry. Now here's the Red River Grain pregame show.
Welcome inside the Dog Den. I am Robert Wanick alongside Brady DeVries tonight for a special video presentation on the I3G Sports Network. It's another big one, folks. As I said against Oak Grove the other night, all eyes and ears will be on Wahpeton High School tonight. Another Region 1 game that will decide how the playoff seeding shakes up in the region. First up tonight is the Kindred boys and the Wap boys, both teams battling for the number 2 seed. Second installment between these teams this year, as Kindred took the first one back on January 15th in Kindred, 70-61. You're listening and watching the Red River Grain pregame show. We're going to jump right into the boys power poll for tonight as we take a look at the Region 1 boys standings in North Dakota Division A. Central Cass Squirrels on top. They are 12-2, 6-1, ranked number 2 in the Associated Press poll. Their only region loss came right here in the Dog Den to Wahpeton, 53-50, game that Brady called for us. Number 2, Kindred Vikings. Number 3 in the state, 12-3 overall, 5-2 in region. Of course, that win against Wahpeton by 9 earlier this season. And the Wahpeton Huskies up to number 3 in the region, 12-4 overall, ranked wins over number 4 wins Minnewacan, who is now the undisputed number 1 team in Division A. They also have a ranked win over Central Cass, a win over previously unbeaten number 1 Devils Lake, and a win over 11-0 Breckenridge. So quite the resume. Wahpeton ranked number 5 in the state. Coming off a win over the 4th team in Region 1, the Oak Grove Grovers. That was a win to even the season series for Wahpeton against them, and they boat raced them the other night for much of the game. It was 63-49. Grovers are 9-7, 6-3 in the region. They are unranked in the state poll. And Northern Cass, a team that's holding their own, they're number 5 in Region 1. 11-5 overall, 3-3 in the region, also unranked. They gave Wahpeton a good test, had a 9-point lead in that game. Wahpeton able to hang on for a victory in that one in their only meeting of the season. So that's the power poll. That's how it shakes out so far. Number 1, Central Cass boys. Number 2, Kindred. Number 3, Wahpeton. 4, Oak Grove. 5, Northern Cass. So Brady's been with us for, I don't know, probably a month now as part of his North Dakota State College of Science internship, and is hit the ground running on play-by-play. I guess you're a natural. How's it been so far?
It's been fun. It's been really fun. There's been a lot of exciting games, and one of the Lady Huskies games, Brian Watson actually came up to me and he was like, "They're not all going to be like this, but for so far, even the ones that haven't come down to the wire, they've been some fun ones to call."
Yeah, that first game you did, the overtime win, 53-50, I believe, Wahpeton over Central Cass, and Turner Blofis said, well, that's a good way to figure out if you like it or not. So it's been really fun. And you also had an overtime win, or an overtime loss, I guess, for the Blades. So 2 overtime games, the Wahpeton upset win over Central Cass, and then the Wahpeton girls overtime win on that Piper Nelson dagger 3. You guys can go back and listen to Brady's calls anytime on the KBMWnews.com Facebook page. Just hit the Reels tab. We're going to jump into the boys' stat report, 2-part stat report today, presented by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Like a good neighbor, Matt and Amanda are there. We'll take a look at the Huskies' season stats, led by senior star All-State candidate Braden Steffens. He wears number 10. He runs the show, 17.8 points per game, 5.2 rebounds per game, 2.3 steals per game. And then sophomore Jack Gilbertson actually has usurped Steffens as the team scoring leader, 17.9 a game, 3.7 rebounds, 1.7 steals for the sophomore. Trey King wears number 0, averaging 7 a game to go along with 6.5 rebounds, 2.2 assists, also a sophomore alongside Gilbertson. And Big Al Cummings in the post, having kind of a breakout year. Might not show through in the scoring column all the time, about 4.5 points, but he leads this squad with 8.2 rebounds. and he's up to a block per game. Huge game against Oak Grove the other night. He had 9 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks, and took a charge as well, tied up several loose balls. He's kind of the glue guy here at 6'6" in the paint. Looking at the offensive numbers for Wahpeton, 43% from the field, 33% from 3, and anytime you can make 1 out of 3 from downtown, that's a decent mark here in high school hoops. But just 57% from the free throw line. So that's been the Achilles heel for the Huskies. It cost them a game at Oak Grove when they shot 9 of 23 on foul shots. Much better last time against Oak Grove, about 70% from the stripe. 61 points per game for the Huskies, but the big number, they're allowing just 54 points per game. They have won 7 straight. The most points they've allowed, 53 to a Breckenridge team that was 11-0 at the time. So they're allowing about 48 points per game during their current 7-game win streak. And that's going to be one of the keys tonight in this game against Kindred. If you can keep them in the 50s, we might have a 1 or 2 possession game. And we got our overtime good luck charm here, Brady DeVries. So could be in for a good one, folks. Reminder, it is 2 games tonight. Boys game first. Lady Huskies taking on the Lady. Also be for the number 2 seed in the region. So cataclysmic things going on in Region 1 tonight, with both of these games deciding who moves into the number 2 spot in the region standings, as we are just weeks away from region playoffs. We'll take a quick break here on the i3G Sports Network, recognize some sponsors. You're listening to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving the local farmer since 1986. We'll be back after a quick break from the Dog Den.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
All right, welcome back inside the Dog Den at Wahpeton High School. Highly anticipated rematch between the Kindred Viking boys and the Wahpeton Huskies. Kindred number 3 in the Division A rankings. Wahpeton number 5, but they're both playing for number 2 in the region tonight behind Central Cass. Central Cass beat Kindred. Wahpeton beat Central Cass. Kindred beat Wahpeton, and that's kind of been Region 1, just beating each other up all year. It's going to make for a fun postseason. Let's take a look on your Red River Grain pregame show at the first meeting between the Huskies and the Vikings. And if you're watching on KBMW News Live YouTube, we got a 2-camera angle going tonight. We are on the baseline, so Kindred will be right in front of us in the first half. Second half, Wahpeton will be right in front of us. So we could get some dunks, could get some blocks, giving you guys the best angle in the house tonight on the i3G Sports Network. So the first game, Kindred 70, Wahpeton 61. That was January 15th in Kindred. Braden Steffen, 17 points for the Huskies. Shot 4 of 15 from the field, 2 rebounds, 3 steals for the man Jeff Ralph has coined as the Beast. Jack Gilbertson, 16 points, 7 of 19 shooting, 5 assists, 3 steals. So those guys had to work for every point. Do the math here. 11 for 34, so less than 33% from the field. They're going to want to up that efficiency tonight. Brooks Bacco was the man of the hour for Kindred, and Brady and I were just talking about this. I said, I think he's 6'4". We got done watching his Cooper Flag style dunks on Instagram before the game. Had a 360 against WAP last time I did a game, and first time around he had 16 points. Didn't need to take many shots because he was busy getting his teammates involved. Triple-double for the young sophomore Brooks Bacco, 16, 18 rebounds, 10 assists, and he grew 2 inches this year, so now he stands 6'6" and runs the point, and that, my friends, is what you call a weapon at the top of the offense. Gabe Iverson, 14 points, did it pretty efficiently, 5 of 7, knocked down a pair of threes. Taking a look at the team numbers, they are color-coded on the left side of your YouTube screen for you. Wahpeton is yellow and purple, blue and white for Kindred. Wahpeton shot 40% in the game. Kindred shot just 27%. Usually, you think you're going to win the game when that happens. Wahpeton 33% from beyond the arc. Kindred 19. Wahpeton 7 turnovers. Kindred 19. Kindred still finds a way to win that ball game. It just shows how good they are. You know, you beat them in pretty much every category. But the rebounding numbers, they favored Kindred as we take a look at those. Kindred pulled down 32 rebounds. That was a 9-rebound advantage on Wahpeton's 23. And we're taking a look at the field goal numbers. These are not correct. So 49% for Kindred, 37 from 3. And 79 from free throw. So they shot much better than what we put on the screen here. Sorry about that. But looking at the leaders again, 17 for Steffen, 16 for Gilbertson. Bacco with a triple-double. Gabe Iverson with 14. Kindred takes home a 70-61 win in the first meeting. So Smith Motors keys to the game tonight. I'm going to say you're going to need more efficiency out of your guards. Steffens and Gilbertson, they're not going to be able to be hucking up shots in the ocean tonight. They're going to have to get some point-blank, easy looks. And the second key to the game for Wahpeton, they're not really a run-and-gun offense. If it's open, they'll take the first look and get it up court. But if it's not, they'll walk it up and get into their sets. And keeping pace with a Kindred team, you got to be willing to go at a breakneck pace and, you know, take some risks. So if Wahpeton can up their tempo, they're only averaging, 61 points a game. If they can get into the 70s, they're almost guaranteed to win because of how good their defense is. And if they can hold the Kindred under that 70 from last time, we could be in for a wire-to-wire. So push the ball a little bit tonight against the Kindred team. Give them a taste of their own medicine. And then get Jack Gilbertson and Braden Steffen some easier looks so that they don't lose their confidence, shooting and missing so many shots. Those are your Smith Motors keys to the game tonight. So Brady will be handling play-by-play in the first game, the boys game. I'll take the second game. I'll chime in a little bit during the first game, but want to make sure we got our 2 camera angles here working best, so I'll run the camera in the first game. And let's take a look quick at your grip fit check tonight. Kindred, I like their jerseys. They are, I don't know what we'd call these, kind of like a royal blue jerseys, Vikings in block letters across the chest. Then they got the checkered flag racing stripe down the side panel of the shorts and the tops, and they have a Viking logo right on the kind of the quad sleeve down there on the shorts on a white block. So it's a nice contrast. Shooting shirts have a little outline of the basketball, and they have family on the back in big letters. Wahpeton tonight wearing their home whites. They got the hoodie warm-ups, which is awesome. I'm a little disappointed none of the kids have the hood on. They got to have that Kevin Durant style Slim Reaper look. But they got the hoodie warm-ups in gray. They're rocking the whites with that two-tone yellow stripe down the side. Kind of looks like the NDSU Bison Harvest Bowl helmets when they have that like corn stalk running down the crown of the helmet. And Wahpeton will go white tops as well with kind of the curvy font on the thin letters. That is your grip fit check presented by Grippers Sports Store in Wahpeton. As we check out what the teams are wearing, you can get your local sports apparel at Grippers on Dakota Avenue. 25 years in business for Tyler and Wayne. And you can also get all your custom embroidery, screen printing, canvases, banners, you name it, they can do it. Great for getting your softball jerseys done, too. That's coming up in a couple months, so swing over to Grippers Sports Store in Wahpeton. We'll take another quick break on the Red River Grain pregame show. When we come back, it's Huskies, Kindred Vikings, game 1 of 2 tonight in a Region 1 doubleheader on the I3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Rematch of an earlier game this year in Region 1 that Wahpeton lost 70-61 is number 5 ranked Wahpeton welcomes number 3 ranked Kindred to the Dog Den tonight. And before I forget, another young man who had a good game at Kindred, the third player in double figures, Aiden Bonches, 10 points, 4 of 7 shooting, knocked down 2 triples, and of course, against Central Cass, he had that game clincher in the corner. Again, you can go back and listen to Brady's call on the Reels tab at KBMWnews.com. And then 9 points and 6 boards from Trey King. So good balanced scoring in the first game against Kindred. Not enough to knock off the Brooks Baco-led Vikings as Baco went for 16, 18, and 10. Triple-double. Taking a look at the CHI St. Francis injury report, still the same man on there, and it is Landon Ralph. Unfortunately, tore his ACL, missed the football season, will miss the basketball season, but he is going to play college football at VCSU in Valley City, so congrats to him. Injury report presented by CHI St. Francis Health. Another shout out to one of our extra sponsors tonight, Red E Performance Ag. If you're getting ready for farm season, which I'm guessing you are 24/7, 365, they do air seed rebuilds with custom parts. So instead of buying a $250,000 air seeder, you can get them to come inspect yours for free. Contact them at rede-ag.com. Get those important parts to make sure your most important pass of the year is your best pass of the year. National Anthem coming up. We're going back to break here, folks. Starting lineups after that. Kindred, Wahpeton, doubleheader on the I3G Sports Network.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Get your vehicle ready for winter with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Get up to $60 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, up to $30 in rebates on wipers and batteries, and up to $15 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Now's the time to get your vehicle ready for the winter. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors in Wahpeton, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com today.
AM 1450, KDMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3, K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the valley.
All right, folks, about ready to rock here for a pivotal Region 1 game. Wahpeton and Kindred will battle in boys basketball for the second seed in the region. Girls teams will battle for the second seed in the region after. Starting lineups presented by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. For Kindred, as always, we'll take them as they come. Number 2, Brooks Bacco, a 6'6" sophomore. A senior, number 3, stands 6 feet tall, Gabe Iverson. A junior, Graham Hess, wears number 20. He's 5'11". Another senior, Gabe Whipple, 6'3". And a sophomore, number 23, Eli Mack. As we try to nail down the pronunciations for this game, spelt like mock, PA's going with Mack. We'll go with them. And then spelt like Hesse, it's actually Hess. So Mack and Hess. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups for your hometown Huskies. Number 0, Trey King. Trey King, a 6'3" sophomore. Aiden Bonchez, a man on the rise lately, a 6'3" junior. Wears number 4. Trey King wears 0. Senior superstar Braden Steffens, 6'1". Number 14, Jack Gilbertson, the 6'2" sophomore. And number 30, Big Alex Cummings, 6'6". He's a center. Trying to turn away this high-flying Brooks Bacco-led Kindred lineup. All right, folks, we're ready to go here. I'll hand it over to Brady DeVries. He'll handle play-by-play tonight. If you're not watching on KBMW News Live YouTube, what are you doing? Get over there, hit the subscribe button. We got 2 cameras right on top of the baseline tonight. It's going to be a fun one, Wahpeton versus Kindred. Scoreboard sponsor tonight, Carlson Family Insurance. You can see that on our long angle here as we will be keeping you up to date on the score. Bacco and Steffens set to tip off. Steffens at 6'1", Bacco at 6'6".
Steffens going to take that one, get it to Alex Cummings early. Steffens will bring it up the court for the Huskies. Something down low on Trey King. King's going to kick it out. That one's going to be stolen by the Vikings. Coming back down the other way on the rush. That one's going to miss, and Ball's going to bobble around down low a little bit, and that'll go out on the Vikings, so it'll be Huskies ball.
Alex Cummings walling up down there on the fast break. Kindred can't hang on to it.
Bonchez inbounds to Gilbertson. Gilbertson trying to make some moves for crossing half court. He'll get it over to Bonchez. Back to Gilbertson. It's Cummings. Cummings looking for options. He'll give it to King. King over to Gilbertson. He'll think about it. Won't do it. Gilbertson's going to drive out to King. King back to Gilbertson. 7 on the shot clock. Gilbertson's going to get that one taken away. Kindred coming the other way with it. And Gilbertson's going to come back and make a nice play on the fast break.
That time it was Trey King getting back as a post player to kind of thwart that one at the rim.
Steffens with the ball for the Huskies. He's going to put one up. That one's going to be off. Rebound, Baco. Vikings the other way with it now. They kick up high, down low, back up. They'll put a 3 up. That one's going to be off. Rebound, Trey King. Huskies going the other way. Jack Gilbertson going to make a move, and that one's going to be taken away from him. Come back down the other way, and that one's going to be laid in for the Vikings. That's Gabe Whipple.
Talked about them getting more high percentage looks, and Steffens kind of just shoots a spot up 3 on the outside. They're going to want to get more inside-out action on those shots than just pull up and shoot.
Now Gilbertson with the ball. He's going to pump fake, drive in, little floater. That one's going to be off, and he'll be tipped out of bounds. Last by the Vikings. Huskies maintain possession.
Another tough look as Gilbertson kind of turned sideways in the lane and had to shoot that one one-handed.
Bonchez up top looking for an option. He's going to give off to Steffens. Steffens over to Cummings. Able to corral that one. He hands off to Gilbertson. Gilbertson over to King. King back to Steffens. Steffens looking to make a move over to Gilbertson. That one's up. You bet. Jack Gilbertson. First points on the board for the Huskies as he puts up a 3. Vikings keeping up top for now. Heavy pressure by the Huskies up top. Try to make a couple moves. Braden Steffens not breaking inside. And they'll get a tough lay in there from Baco over Cummings.
Baco just putting his shoulder into Alex and moving him just enough to carve space, and he may be the point guard, but they both stand 6 feet 6 inches.
Gilbertson hands off to Bonchez. Bonchez going to make him move down the lane, hold up. Back out to Steffens. Steffens to Gilbertson. Gilbertson over to King. King's going to drive, put one up, and that one's going to go. Trayton King with a nice drive for the Huskies. He gets 2. Back the other way, Baco is going to run right through Cummings.
Baco getting away with a surefire charge there. Bad break for the Huskies.
Gilbertson back the other way, trying to respond. That one's off. Cummings gets the rebound, misses that one too, and Vikings are coming the other way with it. Couple missed opportunities down low for the Huskies. Blind pass from Baco. Steffens is there to take it, and he'll come the other way, and he's going to get fouled.
Looks like they're going to put it underneath the hoop here, say it was on the floor, but yeah, Cummings doing a good job staying in front of Baco, giving up a lot of speed, and Baco goes right through the chest plate, and they just let him play on. Baco finishes 6-5 Kindred on the CFI scoreboard. Halfway through this first quarter, folks.
Got a little blood on the.
Looks like Gabe Iverson, and typically they have you check out for a play, but guess maybe they get 30 seconds here for a sub. Kind of throwing a wrench in the flow of the game here, especially when we got to be here all night for 2 games.
Oh yeah.
He's back at it.
We'll burn the midnight oil if needed.
Looks like they switched sides on the baseline for the inbound as well.
Steffens will inbound it to Gilbertson. Gilbertson down low to Rylan Flack. Back out to Gilbertson. Jack's going to make a few moves, pull up, and that one's going to be off. Rebound to Braden Steffens off the hand of Alex Cummings. Steffens going to kick out. We'll get it over to Gilbertson. Gilbertson to Flack. Flack to Kumo. Back to Gilbertson. Jack's going to pump fake, drive, get it back out to Cummings. Cummings stops up, looks for an option, fight for the ball, and we're going to get a jump ball. Maybe a little miscommunication there between Alex Cummings and Braden Steffens.
Yeah, really no flow here for the Wahpeton offense yet. You got the Jack Gilbertson three. A nice drive to the bucket by Trey King. Trey King does a nice job of keeping the ball away from his body. He kind of hangs it outside and flips it up. But yeah, just nothing going as far as like the play calling in the sets so far for Wahpeton.
Hopefully they can get it together pretty quickly. Coach Jeff Ralph probably hoping the same as us, but Baco, top four Vikings. He'll hand it off. Huskies not trying to let anything go down low right now. Kindred to keep it up high. Good pressure. We'll get a jumper. That one's good. Number 20, Graham Hess.
Good job by Rylan Flack, kind of showing on that screen there, but as soon as he left, Hess just popped.
Gilbertson looking to start something for the Huskies to Kumo. Kumo's going to give down low to Steffens.
Oh.
He'll fake and miss the reverse, and the Vikings will get the rebound and come the other way. A little trouble half court, but they'll get it back. Baco looks to drive, and looks like a foul on.
Baco's so strong, he doesn't get called for the charge, and then gets the touch foul on the defense there, and you know he doesn't need any more help. He's good enough, so it's going to be a long night for the Huskies if he can be getting in there and drawing fouls like that.
Right, standing as tall as he is dangerous watching him drive down the lane. Vikings to inbound, that one nearly taken, but then Braden Steffens with a block. He'll drive down, he'll roll one in.
Little hang and bang action from Steffens. Waited in the air long enough for the defender to clear and laid it in.
Baco's going to try to drive again.
And we'll get the offensive foul this time, and we'll wait for the signal. It's going to be a moving screen on number 22, Gabe Whipple.
Bonches the inbound for the Huskies.
Cooper Kumo into the ball game, number 15 for Wahpeton. Kumo is a 6-foot sophomore.
Had some heavy pressure on Steffens, so Kumo took the ball from the inbound. He'll lose control a little bit, get it to Bonches. Bonches to Kumo. Steffens, he's going to try to drive, kick out Bonches, deep three. That one rolls in.
Shooter's touch for Aiden Bonches. Huskies' first lead of the game, 10-8 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Bonches has got to be overflowing with confidence the way he's been shooting the rock lately.
He's a silent killer for sure for the Huskies. That will go out of bounds on the Huskies, so Vikings inbound on their side. Keep up top. Bonches with a hand on the ball. Vikings will get it back. We'll get a jumper. That one's good.
Like 32.
Yes, again.
Was.
It's two mid-range jumpers for him.
Hess up to 4 points. 10-10 here on your CFI scoreboard.
Bonches hands off to Steffens. Steffens another deep three. That one's going to be off. Ball bobbles around a little bit. Baco comes up with it. He's going to get a deeper pass here. That one's going to roll in again for Hess. Down low on that pass from Baco.
I didn't have 6 early points by Hess on my bingo card, but with all eyes on Baco, he's taking advantage of his open looks.
Steffens over to Bonches. King back down low to Bonches. Little reverse layup. That one's going to be off. Rebound, Vikings coming the other way. Baco's going to drive, make a move, and roll one in.
Pretty Euro step by Brooks Bacco to clear space. Feathery touch right in front of the cup.
Huskies looking to limit him as much as they can tonight.
And Wahpeton's got to be careful not to turn it over here. Down by 4. Play for the final shot here.
Drive from Kumo. He's going to roll that one in. Tough layup, and he gets it to go. Couple long passes for the Vikings. Get one that's going to be off. Rebounded Braden Steppins, and that's how we're going to end the first quarter. So Vikings 14, Huskies 12 on the Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard to end this first.
A great hold there by the Huskies at the end of the quarter. Trey King just stands tall at the block, turns it away. Stephens with a board, and how about that Cooper Kumo finish through contact, giving up some size, good body control, and, you know, not looking for the contact, looking for his shot, and if the contact comes, so be it, and he's able to finish. So 14-12, big finish for the Huskies in the quarter. They're in it. We'll be back in about 60 seconds on the i3G Sports Network.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
Back here in the Dog Den, 14-12 in favor of the Kindred Vikings over the Wahpeton Huskies. About to start this second quarter. Kind of a fast start for both teams. Huskies getting points all over the place, and Vikings star Brooks Bacco has been limited so far by the Huskies defense, but they're finding other ways to score here.
You say a quiet night for Bacco. He's got 4. Multiply that times 4 quarters. It's still a 16-point game for him. So, but a nice job keeping him in check.
Oswalt hands off to Bonchez, gives over to Gilbertson, out to King, back to Oswalt. Gonna fake a few times, back to King. King try to drive, out to Gilbertson, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Jack's gonna make a move, fade away, that one will be off outside of the rim. Vikings coming back the other way.
And Brooks Bacco with the circus reverse layup. Little alley-oop pass. He catches it under the rim, flips it up. Beautiful play, 16-12 Kindred.
Gilbertson looking to start this second quarter off for the Huskies. Oswald over to Bonchez with a jumper. That one's going to be off. Another rebound for the Vikings. Bacco coming the other way. Nice poke by Oswald. Vikings get it back. Try to get it down low. And they'll get another lay-in. Heavily contested.
That was Gabe Whipple, and he had a little smack to talk in Cummings' face after, too, as Kindred opens the quarter on a 4-0 run. 18-12. 6:45 to go in the first half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Back in 60 seconds.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Back after that timeout. Huskies will start with the ball. Jeff Ralph need to kind of try to get his guys together a little bit here as the Vikings are pulling away a little bit, up 6 now.
Yeah, it's a game of runs, and Kindred's on their run. Ralph had seen enough. We'll see what they drew up coming out of the timeout.
Gilbertson to Oswalt. He's going to make a move, and he's going to lose that one. King's going to get it back for him. He'll drive, try to lay one in. That'll be off. And
wide open opportunity from King. Looked like kind of might have lost the handle on the fingertips a bit. That's a tough break for the Huskies. Every point matters against the number 3 ranked team in the state.
Ryland Flack in for the Huskies. Brooks Baco will start for the Vikings, hand it off. They'll look down low to Baco. He'll make a couple moves and he'll lay one in. Brooks Baco with another layup for himself, and he's really tough underneath the net. Oswald, deep three. That one's going to be off. Rebound, Gilbertson. Get out to King. Back to Steffens. Over to Oswald. To Gilbertson. Gilbertson with a jumper. That one's going to be off. He'll get his own rebound. Over to Oswald. Ryland Flack looking for an option. Gives it to Trey King. Looks like that one's going to be off the foot of King, and we'll get a struggle for the ball. And another one, and the Vikings are going to end up coming up with it. Bodies all over the floor. And it looks like
we're going to get an offensive foul here. Looked like maybe a block on King. I think they got somebody for a hook. 20-12, folks. 5:22 in the half. Wahpeton falling behind here after a 6-0 Kindred run.
Looking to get Braden Steffens into this game a little bit here from deep range, as well as Jack Gilbertson. Ryland Flack gives off to Gilbertson. Gilbertson to Steffens. Steffens trying to make a couple moves over to King. King to Oswald. He'll pump fake. Get it down low to Flack. Flack's going to roll that one in. That was a great pass by Carter Oswald down to Ryland Flack for two.
Thread the needle right down Broadway. Not sure how that one got through.
Get a drive and a jumper. That one's going to go in. That's number 12, Tyler Gronwald.
First bucket of the night for Gronwald. First bucket of the night for Flack.
Steffens will drive, and he'll lay one in. Tough drive for Braden Steffens, but he gets the job done.
It's one of his superpowers. He likes to hang in the air, wait for the defense to clear. We've seen it on both buckets tonight.
King tries to steal that one. We'll get a three put up. That one goes for Gronwald. Coming into the game, he's saying, I'm going to make it mine.
Largest lead of the game for Kindred, 25-16.
Diving effort, keep it in bounds. Baco hands off inside, and we'll get a...
Last year, and now that she's there, she won't stop moving.
For sure. From walks around the facility to music and dancing to field trips to shopping, Mom's always on the move.
And she loves that. Plus, one-to-one care she gets from the Twin Town Villa staff is extremely moving. It's one-to-one care Mom needs and the space to herself that she needs too.
So get moving and take a tour of the good life at Twin Town Villa.
Welcome back to Wahpeton High School in the Dog Den. Kindred Vikings pulling away from the Huskies a little bit now, 27-16. Getting themselves a little bit of a drive here, not wanting to stop. And
just a tough stretch for the Huskies.
Tyler Gronwald off the bench. Got 5, I believe.
Left him wide open. Free throw line jumper. Left him wide open on a 3. And Brooks Baco just quietly 8 points. Still 4 minutes to go in the half. For the Huskies, 4 for Steffens, 3 for Bonches, 2 for King, 3 for Gilbertson, 2 for Coolmo, and then Ryland Flack with that nice bucket on the back cut.
And Baco's thinking, as long as they're looking at me, I'm going to try some no-look passes to somebody down low, and they'll be there.
Huskies just got to finish strong here, maybe cut it to 5 or 6 before half, stay in the ball game.
Jack Gilbertson's going to drive, and he's going to lay one in. Tough drive for Jack, but he'll put that one in. Get 2 back for the Huskies. Baco's going to drive himself, and that one will be off. Rebound, Trey King coming the other way with speed. He's going to look to drive, try to get that one to Bonches. That's just off the end of his fingers, and it'll go out of bounds.
Just poor spacing there by the Huskies. Aiden Bonches ended up right in Ryland Flack's left pocket, and a little confusion who the pass was intended for.
Baco looking to extend this lead for the Vikings. They'll keep it up high. Pass around a little bit. And they'll get down another pass down low. We'll get another one down low for Gabe Whipple.
6 points for Whipple, and the scoring is extremely balanced so far for Kindred.
It looks like Trey King's going to have to get taped up a little bit. He's got some blood on the left knee.
We talked about Wahpeton getting easier looks for Jack and Braden tonight, being a key to the game, and Jack just finishes a really tough layup off the drive, and I just don't know how easy the looks are going to get against this Kindred team.
Yeah, they're playing a tough defense. They'll have heavy pressure. They don't want Steffens to get the ball. They're pressuring him on every inbound. Got at least 2 guys on him every time. Gilbertson comes up, gets it to Steffens. Steffens going to drive, make a great move in the air. He's going to lay one in. Reduce this lead back to 9.
Little windmill action on the scoop shot from Steffens. We've seen it so many times.
Heavy pressure on Baco up top. Rylan Flack looking to challenge him. Gonna drive here, and that one rolls in for Gabe Iverson.
First bucket of the night for Iverson. Back up by 11 on your CFI scoreboard. Final 2 minutes.
In Bonchez over to King. Back to Gilbertson. He's going to make a move and lose that one, but King's there with the jumper. That one's going to go up and out. Rebound for Baco. He'll come back the other way with speed. No look pass. Eli Mack will get that one to roll in off the pass from Baco, and we're going to get another timeout here for the Huskies.
6 Vikings into the scoring column. Their largest lead of the game right now, 33-20 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Wahpeton's got their work cut out for them getting back into this one. Number 5 Wahpeton trails number 3 Kindred back after this high camp construction timeout.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Back at Wahpeton High School in the Dog Den, Kindred Vikings currently leading the Wahpeton Huskies 33-20. Going on a little bit of a drive in this second quarter. Huskies trying to find an answer, but just can't so far.
And the Huskies not built for shootouts, and they got 20 points. They're just, frankly, giving up too many against this Kindred team. It's going to be tough to get back in it.
Gilbertson off to Bonchez. Bonchez going to drive. He'll have a jumper. That one's going to go off. Try to get a rebound. Ball gets loose. Flack comes up with it. Gets it out to Gilbertson. Great play on the floor. Over to Steffens. Steffens will keep it up top. Try to get a play going for the Huskies. They give it off to Flack. Flack over to Gilbertson. Back to Steffens. Contested 3, and that one's good. Braden Steffens hits a 3. Put this game back within 10.
Big shot by Braden to get the confidence going, and suddenly he's up to 9.
Baco with another drive for Kindred. Try to get a putback. That one won't work, but he'll get the third. Brooks Baco playing tough underneath for the Vikings.
Getting his own rebound, that goes a long ways to getting those triple doubles, as he just wanted it a little bit more.
Flack over to Gilbertson. 30 seconds left in this second quarter. Steffens with the ball. Make a couple moves, give it over to Gilbertson. Gilbertson gonna make a move and drive. That one's good. 4-2 for Jack Gilbertson. He's been really tough down low today, and that's what the Huskies need. 3 for the Vikings. That one goes. Brooks Baco puts up a 3, and
Jack Gilbertson nearly hits a full court buzzer beater.
that would have been crazy, and a little bit of an in and out. It looked like it surprised him a little bit how close it came.
So Brooks Baco takes the game into his own hands. Little shimmy shake, step back, nothing but nylon, and Kindred is in control. 38-25 is the halftime score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Vikings offense just too much over the first 16 minutes. We'll be back in a few with the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. I'm Robert Wanick. He's Brady DeVries, and this is the I3G Sports Network.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
The U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel.
Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
All right, folks, after just a quick hiccup during the halftime show, we're back on here as we're going to go ahead and connect our laptop to the Ethernet here so we can get the video playing smooth again. But Wahpeton trails here at the half. They trail 38-25 against the Kindred Vikings on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. People start filling in the school. School Wi-Fi starts getting scarce, but we brought reinforcements, so we'll get plugged up here, and we'll take you through the scoring numbers as soon as we get everything back connected right. And it's been all Kindred so far in this ball game. It's been hard to slow down Brooks Baco. So what have you seen out of Brooks Baco tonight, Brady, that's, impressed you as far as his play goes?
Well, obviously the scoring. That's number one thing for anybody, but the way he just has a vision of the court, knows where pretty much everybody is, and if he's being covered, he can pretty much know who's open and just give that blind pass, and it's always right there for him.
Yeah, a lot of flashy no-look passes out of Baco, a handful of rebounds, at least a handful of assists to go along with a game-high 15 points. Baco with 15 on your State Farm stat report. Tyler Gronwald with a big 5 off the bench. That started that 8-0 Kindred run. Gabe Iverson with 2, Graham Hess with 8, Gabe Whipple with 6, Eli Mack with 2. We got 2 bona fide Mr. Basketball level talents here tonight in Baco and Braden Steffens. And Steffens in the first half, I got him down for 9 points, so not a bad half from Steffens, a big 3 to cut it to 9. And we got Gilbertson for 7, that's 16 of the Huskies' 25. 3 points for Aiden Bonchez, always seems to be stepping into a big 3, so his 6 points some games seems like 16 because they always come at the right time. Trey King with 2, Cooper Cuomo with 2, Ryland Flack with 2. And that's it for the Huskies, 38-25 on your Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, your #1 grain marketing and agriculture supply company. And, I don't know what the answer is for the Huskies going into the second half here. Kindred won the state championship last year, state runner-up 2 years ago. They're #3, Wahpeton's #5 in the state standings. And it looks like the Huskies, they might have a little work to do yet to close that gap as we enter the playoffs.
Yep.
So for the Huskies here in the second half, let's talk keys to the game. Easier looks for Steffens and Gilbertson. I'll double down on that one. Nothing has come easy. Gilbertson with a nice finishing package around the rim. He's had to shift his body midair to score those buckets. And you just like to get him some straight line drives, maybe set some screens for him up top. And his mid-range jumper, they prepared for it right in his grill. And, it's just been tough. He's been wearing the defender like a pair of sunglasses. It's been hard for him to get open. And Braden Steffens, too, 3-pointers. They know that he'll shoot it from 5 feet behind the line, so they're coming out, whereas other teams haven't. So you got to credit Kindred. So keys to the game, get some good looks for Steffens and Gilbertson. They're having to play out of their minds just to get a layup in this game. And then second key to the game was get out and run, and it's been Kindred doing the running. So that kind of explains it there. We'll take a quick break on the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. We got everything back up and running, high definition on YouTube. So get over to KBMW News Live on YouTube and join myself and Brady DeVries for the second half coming up in 90 seconds.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Get your vehicle ready for winter. Up to $15 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Now's the time to get your vehicle ready for the winter. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors in Wahpeton, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com today.
Welcome back to Wahpeton High School, Dog Den. Getting ready to start this third quarter here between the Kindred Vikings and Wahpeton Huskies. Huskies down 38-25 starting this second half. Looking to get something going for themselves as the Vikings had a nice drive in the second quarter to build themselves this lead. It's going to be tough for the Huskies as both Braden Steffens and Jack Gilbertson aren't having as many easy looks as they're probably used to. Not that they need easy looks, but Kindred playing some tough defense to try to limit those two as much as they can. Likewise for the Huskies and Brooks Bacco, but Bacco's been able to get his teammates into the game a little bit, and we'll get a pass there down low to Bacco with a reverse layup. Steffens will give off to Gilbertson. Gilbertson's going to drive. That one's going to be knocked out of his hand, but we'll get a foul.
Kind of got draped across his arms there going up, and nice high IQ play from Gilbertson to field the contact and sell the foul there.
He'll go to the line 4-2.
Gilbertson on the season shooting sub 60% at the line, and it continues as he misses the front end. Just a tough season for Jack at the stripe.
He'll hit the second one. Bacco coming back down the other way for Kindred. He's going to get it off to Whipple. Whipple over to Iverson. Back to Bacco. Bacco to Hess. To Iverson. Get a drive and an offensive foul on Kindred Vikings. It's number 22, Gabe Whipple.
Looked like Trey King was the one who got his feet in front of the restricted area there and took the contact. As we look back at it, it was Trey King, and Whipple got all the way up in the shoulder area there. Dangerous play.
Gilbertson back down the other way, hands off to Bonchez. Bonchez to King. King's going to try to drive them, kick back out to Jack. Gilbertson down low to Cummings. He'll roll that one in. Alex Cummings getting into the action now to start this third quarter.
First bucket of the game for Alex Cummings, and you need that third scoring option, whether it's King or Cummings, to emerge in the second half. 40-28 Kindred on your CFI scoreboard.
Pressured up high. Gilbertson going to take that one away. He'll come down and roll it in for two. Good takeaway by Jack.
If Wahpeton leads in this game, he probably goes for a two-hand yam there. And we're going to get it over the back here on over and back. Backcourt violation on Brooks Bacco. That was all Braden Steffens tipping that inbound pass. Big chance here for the Huskies with a three-pointer. Could cut this one to 7.
Yeah, great play by Steffens to get up for that one. He'll inbound to Bonchez. Off to Cummings to King. King to Jack. Deep three for Gilbertson. That one's going to be off. Bacco rebounds coming the other way. He's going to drive himself, try to get a little bit of a floater off the back, and we're going to get another foul on the Huskies.
It's going to be on Trey King. Looks like a bit of a hip check, and we just said it with Jack. The good scorers know how to sell the fouls, and, you know, there wasn't a whole lot there, but sometimes you got to sell it. You see Kyrie Irving and those types of players do it, and Brooks Bacco is just as good as anybody at this level.
He'll hit the first.
And that is the first free throw of the game for Kindred. Again, a game like the first one where Wahpeton, you're doing a lot of things right. You're still down by 11.
Right.
Just a bit frustrating for the Huskies.
Yeah, looking to get something going here. Bacco misses the second. Rebound King off to Steffens. Steffens is going to drive hard, and he'll be fouled around the three-point line. That'll be on the floor, so get an inbound for the Huskies.
Best possible situation for Wahpeton. That is 3 team fouls on Kindred. 5 puts you in the bonus. That stops the clock, sends you to the free throw line.
Inbound to Gilbertson. He'll shoot a 3. That one's going to be off, and rebound Vikings. Gabe Whipple coming the other way. Whipple hand off to Bacco. Bacco's going to drive, spin himself, and another foul on the Huskies.
Cummings just a little bit off with the timing on the block attempt there as he gets half ball, half arm. You know, they say hand is ball, wrist is not. So Cummings just misses a block there on Baco.
Baco misses his first.
So if there's a kryptonite for Brooks Baco tonight, he's 1 for 3 at the stripe. And it goes both ways. For a shooter, you don't want to start seeing, don't want them to start seeing the free throws go in. And if you're a shooter, you don't want to see your free throws start missing. It can kind of be a waterfall effect. So we'll see if Baco can dial it in.
He'll miss the second one too. He'll go out of bounds off the hand. Looked like a Braden Stephens.
You get a 0 for 2 trip at the line from Baco and you tip it out of bounds and just can't catch a break for Wahpeton here tonight.
Inbound to Baco. He's going to drive, take it himself, and he'll lay one in. Brooks Baco adding to his score for the night. Stephens going to drive, make a move, give it out to King. King will drive, he'll spin. And he's going to get fouled, go to the line for 2.
You could see head coach Jeff Ralph beside himself. It was a late whistle there, and Trey King kind of pinballing off some defenders, but the call did come in, and King will go to the free throw line.
King misses the first.
Somebody's got to check if the rims are regulation in this gym. Free throws have been tough tonight.
He'll miss the second. Gilbertson tries to get there. He'll knock it out of bounds. We Vikings ball.
0 for 4 on free throws for the Huskies. 1 for 4 for Brooks Baco.
Something about that line tonight. Doesn't want to give anybody anything for free.
Wahpeton 1 foul away from being in the bonus.
Jumper from Baco. That one will be off. Rebound off the hands of Flack, but into the hands of Trey King. Gilbertson with the ball. Hands off to Bonchez. Bonchez going to try to drive. Kick out to Flack. Flack 3. That one's going to be off. Rebound, Trey King. He'll go back, try to put it in. That one will roll around a little bit and fall down. And
so King doesn't get the foul call. A lot of body contact near the rim and fights for the rebound. Gets called for the foul on that. And now Wahpeton up to 3 fouls in the quarter. Both teams nearing the bonus.
Number 15, Cooper Coolmo in for the Huskies.
13, Kindred not scoring. The problem for Wahpeton, they aren't either. 43-30 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Vikings lead. 4:38 to go in the third quarter.
Pass and a good shot for number 3, Gabe Iverson. Tough finish for him. He gets it to go. King back down the other way. He reciprocates with 2 of his own.
King really carving space in there, getting to the block, getting good looks, and we'll see if they double down on him when they get the ball back.
Get a steal now by King. He's going to drive down, and he'll get the lay-in. Good steal and score for Trey King.
Lead down to 11 for Kindred. Final 4 minutes of this quarter is going to make or break the ball game for Wahpeton.
Kindred keeping the ball up high. Try to get it down low. Some tough defense by the Huskies. Steal by Jack Gilbertson. He's going to get fouled coming the other way.
That'll send Wahpeton to the free throw line. Jack Gilbertson's got to clear his head, knock a couple down here because Wahpeton has a chance to cut it to single digits. And I don't think the officials realize it's the bonus, and now they do. Big momentum shift led by strong play inside by Trey King. And he's doing a good job of banging in the post, not knocking the defender, not displacing him, just enough contact so that he can spin to that strong hand, which is actually his left hand on the finishing.
A couple great steals on the last 2 Kindred possessions for the Huskies. Jack misses first.
3 straight free throw misses for the sophomore.
He'll make his second, cutting the lead down to 10. Baco coming the other way. Guarded by Alex Cummings. They'll get it over to Iverson. They'll look for an option, get it up to Whipple.
Great defense by Gilbertson, hounding on the perimeter.
Whipple backwards slam pass. A three that misses for Kindred. Another one's off. Rebound, Alex Cummings. After the ball bobbled around a couple of hands.
Kulmo forcing the miss, tipping it to Cummings. Nice job coming off the bench, Cooper Kulmo.
Gilbertson gets it off to King. Tries to get it to Stephens, and that one's stolen. Iverson back down the other way, and he's going to lose control, and that's going to go out of bounds.
How about that pass last possession into the corner, though? Kid drives baseline, turns around and puts a hole in the floor, and somehow bounces it right to the shooter. I don't think I've seen a bounce pass like that in a long time.
Yeah, and as he's falling, that's a tough one to get. Gilbertson back the other way down here with the Huskies. Stephens for three. That one's off. Rebound, Alex Cummings uses those long arms to his advantage.
And Stephens will head to the stripe. That was a nice little tween cross. Double between the legs by the Beast. And he's able to blow by the defense and get a little hold on the jersey. He's headed to the free throw line. So Huskies can cut it to 8 here. 45-35 Kindred on your CFI scoreboard. Wahpeton is 1 for 4 on free throws.
Stephens will hit that first. A little roll in. He drains the second. 45-37 in favor of the Vikings now. Huskies chipping their way back into this game. Baco tries to drive, loses the handle, and Stephens gets up to try to block that one.
So they're going to get a push on Cummings. Stephens with a nice block up top, negated by the foul on Cummings. That's his third, and it looks like they're going to check in Ryland Flack for the 6'6 Cummings.
Baco hits the first. A little trouble at the line for him tonight.
21 for Baco so far, 2 for 5 on free throws.
And he'll hit the second. And we're going to get a timeout. Full timeout here.
Lead back up to 10 for Kindred. Wahpeton playing much better in the third quarter. 47-37 Vikings. Number 5 Kindred leads number 3 Wahpeton as we head to break here back in 60 seconds after a high camp construction timeout.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number 1 today.
Back at Wahpeton High School after that timeout. 2:32 left to go in the third quarter, 47-37 in favor of the Kindred Vikings. Wahpeton showing a little bit of life here, just trying to keep the ball out of the net on defense and keep putting it in on offense. They're doing a good job on that side of things, just have to limit Brooks Baco down low.
We look at Wahpeton's stat report from pregame, 57% free throw shooting team, but right now you've got to get to the stripe for 2 reasons. Number 1, it stops the clock so you can score without time coming back off and get in it. And number 2, you can get some of these Kindred players into foul trouble. So look for Wahpeton to push the envelope, stuff the basketball inside, try to draw some contact. As the Huskies will come out and have the basketball, they'll have to go the distance of the floor. Wahpeton is moving left to right on your radio dial, Kindred right to left. Third quarter.
Kumo inbounds to Stephens over to Gilbertson. Gives it back to Stephens. Have a little bit of a passing game. Stephens over to Kumo. Back to Stephens. Over to Gilbertson to Stephens. Little three-man passing game between Cooper Kumo, Jack Gilbertson, and Braden Steffens. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Steffens puts up a three. He hits! Great three for Braden Steffens with 7 left on the shot clock. They're just trying to open something up there, and they got it.
Textbook definition of passing up a good shot for a great shot.
Kindred back the other way. Baco's going to drive, kick out, 3 opportunity. That one's going to be off. Rebound, Rylan Flack. Way to get that one. Coming back the other way is Braden Steffens. He's going to slow up and then drive. Steffens going to put that one up. It's going to be off. We're going to get out of bounds on the Vikings Huskies ball.
Steffens trying to kind of shoot that one awkwardly to avoid his shot being blocked. Almost still got it to go, but once again, it was him on the second effort poking the ball around. Last touch by Kindred. Wahpeton struggling to get it in.
Get it to Rylan Flack. Off to Kumo. Steffens. Steffens is going to drive. Nice spin move. That one's good. Looks like we're going to get the and one. What a
Wahpeton's
move.
Back in it, baby. 47-42.
That's the type of thing you want to see out of Braden Steffens right there. The will to get to the basket and put that one in. Steffens hits and makes it a 3-point play.
47-43 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Don't go anywhere, folks. Final minute of the third quarter coming your way.
Baco's going to drive. Steffens will go up to stop it. And
the frustration boiling over for Wahpeton because Baco is the guy initiating all the contact. Officials are going to signal that Wahpeton was kind of out of position there. They'll whistle him for a block, but, you know, 6'6", pretty chiseled for a guard, and he's just going straight downhill at this defense.
He'll make the first one.
Well, missed 3 of his first 4 free throws, and he's made 3 in a row.
Now with both teams in the bonus, Wahpeton's going to want to be careful not to send this man to the line too much. And Baco will miss the second one. Rebound Vikings. Try to get a long pass. That one's going to be caught and then
called timeout, but Kindred didn't have the basketball, and that is going to get a lot of jeers from the crowd. He's bobbling the basketball at half court, stepping on the line, and they're going to award Kindred a timeout here. And boy, I'm not sure how you can do that when the guy doesn't have the basketball.
Yeah,
I'm sure Jeff Ralph's asking the same thing.
Wahpeton fans definitely disagreeing.
We'll hit a quick break here, folks. Timeout presented by High Camp Construction. Wahpeton, they're going to need to come up with a big stop here because they've cut this lead to 5. Final minute of the third quarter.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Back at Wahpeton High School, a very controversial timeout taken by the Vikings. Definitely don't think that one should have gotten off, but either way, they're going to have the ball back here as we play on. And we're going to get another foul here on the Huskies.
It was the right play call as they sent a wolf at Baco as soon as he turned his back. Swung it across, and Huskies tipped it, but right into the hands of Kindred.
Carter Gronwald hits his first. Alex Cummings back in for the Huskies.
So both Gronwald boys into the scoring column. Tyler with 5 in the first half. Carter with his first bucket at the stripe.
Gronwald hits his second. Gets the lead back up to 7 for the Vikings. Huskies got to find an answer here. 47 seconds in the third quarter.
Closest the Huskies have been since 12-10 is 5. Three-pointer here would cut it to 4.
Gilbertson starts with the ball for Wahpeton. He's going to get it off to Kumo. Kumo to Cummings, back to Kumo. Over to Gilbertson. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Cummings. To Gilbertson. 9 seconds now on the shot clock. Over to Steffens. Steffens going to give it to Cummings. Cummings going to shoot deep. That one's going to be off at the buzzer. Coming the other way. 7 seconds on the actual clock now. And Gabe Iverson's going to hit a three. Gilbertson puts one up, and that one's off at the buzzer. So Gabe Iverson hitting a big three for the Vikings.
Gabe Iverson so quiet tonight at 4 points until that bucket, and it's back up to 10 just like that. 53-43. Wahpeton's got 8 minutes to muster a miracle here against the Kindred Vikings. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the i3G Sports Network.
At Twin Town Villa, the word moving has a lot of different meanings.
We moved Mom to Twin Town Villa last year, and now that she's there, she won't stop moving.
For sure. From walks around the facility to music and dancing to field trips to shopping, Mom's always on the move.
And she loves that. Plus, one-to-one care she gets from the Twin Town Villa staff is extremely moving. It's one-to-one care Mom needs and the space to herself that she needs too.
So get moving and take a tour of the good life at Twin Town Villa.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Welcome back to Wahpeton High School. Just about getting ready to start this fourth quarter of play between the Wahpeton Huskies and Kindred Vikings. Vikings up 10, 53-43. Wahpeton looking for an answer to the last minute three by Gabe Iverson. Steffens will start with the ball for the Huskies. Steffens going to drive himself, try a floater. He'll be fouled. And he'll go to the line for two. That foul on Brooks Bacco.
Stop the clock, shoot the freebies. That's what you got to do to come back in the ball game.
First one misses.
Got to make them though.
Yep, that first foul, probably what the Huskies are looking for, looking to get in the bonus as early as possible.
It's the third foul on Bacco as well. So one more, and he's going to be taking a long break on the bench.
Steffens misses the second. Bacco rebounds. Coming back the other way. He'll hand off. Corner three. That one's going to be off. Braden Steffens with the rebound. He's going to drive himself. Fly through the air, and that one will be off. Bacco coming back the other way. He'll put up a floater. Bacco's going to hit that.
Right over the top of Big Al Cummings.
Jack Gilbertson looking to get something started for the Huskies. Braden Steffens going to shoot an open three. That one's good. So Braden Steffens, a little bit of an open three, last second double contested, and he still hits.
Looked like a little bit of an arm tap on that one. No call. He's able to keep his focus on the rim.
Deep pass inside for Bacco.
Big block by Cummings, negated by possibly a phantom call here. I know we're a long ways away, but Cummings had good position there. Looked like a lot of ball. Tough break for Al. Foul number 4.
Bacco to the line. Coach Jeff Ralph not happy with that one.
Yeah, Ralph may be approaching technical territory here if we see another play like that. He's been pretty animated, and you know, not a lot of calls have went his way, and that's the name of the game. That's sports. So
Bacco misses his first, much to the enjoyment of the Wahpeton student section.
Yeah, student section. We got the gals over there in their candy striped warm-ups. They'll be playing next.
Bacco will hit the second. I believe it's jersey night over there for the Wahpeton student section.
It looks like it.
See.
Got some LaMelo Ball.
Gilbertson drives. He'll get the call. He'll go to the line. I think I see Evan Doctor over there in a Fighting Sioux jersey. I think that's number 11, Zach Parisi.
Ah, there we go.
Back in his days. I've got one of those myself, but I got TJ Oshie.
Turner's got an autographed Parisi jersey. I believe it's Oshie in his office.
That is definitely a collector's item for someone around these parts.
He's not even a hockey fan. He doesn't deserve it.
Maybe he'll give it to me for free.
Maybe that'll be the end of your internship.
Gilbertson hits that one. Baco coming the other way. He'll get it down low. Reverse layup is going to miss for the Vikings. Steffens down the other way. He's going to drive himself, put it up, and that one's going to be off the rim. Long pass from Baco, and
King just clips him on the flyby. Looked like a little bit of a kick out, and his heel catches King, and he's going to get an and one opportunity.
Whipple took air on that one, and
Whipple up to 9 points. 58-47 Kindred on your CFI scoreboard. 6:16 in the ball game. Free throw
Whipple
off.
misses, and we're going to get a rebound by Brooks Baco. He'll put that one back up, and we're going to get a timeout here from the Huskies.
28 for Brooks Baco. We'll head to break. Timeout presented by High Camp Construction. Kindred 60, WAP 47, 6:14 to play.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Back at Wahpeton High School. Timeout just about to get over with. Missed free throw from Gabe Whipple. Brooks Baco gets the rebound and puts it back up for two. Vikings lead the Huskies 60-47, 6:14 left to go in the game.
And we're aware of the internet's a little spotty here inside the dog den, but we've been able to stay connected for the most part. And if we do get glitchy or go down, we'll get back up. We got some backup plans here as well. So stick with us through the night. We got 2 basketball games, Lady Huskies and Kindred, up next.
Gilbertson has the ball up top for the Huskies. Gives it off to Bonchez. Back to Gilbertson. Gilbertson's going to drive, try to kick out. No one there. Bonchez couldn't catch up to it. It'll go out of bounds.
And Cummings with those 4 falls, all he's able to do is catch that basketball on the bench. It'll go back to Kindred.
Great fan showing for both teams. Filling the stands here in the dog den. Kindred gets the ball off to Baco, looking to get him to score. He's going to drive. We're going to get another foul. Baco to the line for 2.
Free throw attempts piling up for Brooks Baco in this one, and he started to make some. These will be free throws 11 and 12 for Baco.
He'll miss the first one. Cummings going to check in for the Huskies. He'll replace Trey King.
Just 5 of 11 at the free throw line for Baco tonight. 28 points, game high scorer.
Struggling there, but not struggling much else. He's been dangerous down low and up high. He'll miss the second one too. We'll get a tip and a Vikings rebound. And they'll throw the ball away. It's bobbled around a little bit down low. We're going to get a jump ball.
Possession Kindred. Jack Gilbertson got absolutely flat in there. I thought maybe a loose ball fall was coming, but they let him play on, and he's walking a little bit gingerly after he popped up.
Big fight for that ball down low. Looks like we might have some more blood or a little water or something on the floor.
If you got to go somewhere tonight and you want to be safe on the roads and you can't watch the YouTube stream, you can turn your radio dial to AM 1450 or head to kbmwnews.com. Click to listen live, as we are also on the airwaves tonight.
Kick out 3 for the Vikings. That one's going to be off.
Foul number 4 on Baco. That's a big one with 5:24 left. We'll see how much they trust him to stay in the game here with a 13-point lead. You think they'd take him out, and they will. And they won't, as the substitution goes right back down to the bench.
Gilbertson with the ball for the Huskies. Looking to get himself going with 5 minutes left in this game. Pass tipped, and looks like Cummings didn't want to contest Bacco for that one, and that one's going to roll in and out for Brooks Bacco and fall out of bounds. Huskies ball.
I think Bacco anticipated 6'6" Cummings meeting him on the spin move, but Cummings just pulled the rug, and Bacco unable to finish.
Looked like he either didn't want to contest him, or he might have thought that went off of Bonchez to getting over and back. Either way, Jack Gilbertson with the ball. Hands off to Steffens. Out to Bonchez. Bonchez kicks out to Flack. Back to Bonchez. Over to Steffens. Steffens gonna drive, try to hit a jumper. That one's blocked. Coming back down the other way, long pass from Bacco. Gabe Iverson's gonna catch that one and score.
Another guy having a quietly good night, Gabe Iverson, 9 points.
Braden Steffens coming back down the other way with some fire.
15-point lead for Kindred as we take a look at your CFI scoreboard. It's 62-47, 4:25 to go in the game. Carlson Family Insurance representing auto owners. Next fall from Kindred puts Wahpeton in the bonus.
Kumo 3 is going to be off the inbound.
Off-ball foul here. Looks like that's going to be on number 12 of Kindred, Tyler Gronwald, just kind of anchoring Rylan Flack to the ground. Now, usually you can get away with that stuff off the ball, but a good officiating crew stays in their zone and right on top of that one.
Flack will miss his first, but that's what you want to see if you're the Huskies right now, having the bonus, that little extra padding on your offense.
Just the free throw nightmares continue for Wahpeton this year, and this would be about a 5-point game. They would knock some of these down.
Flack hits his second. Inbound Bacco, heavily contested by Gilbertson. He'll get past him. Long pass. Stolen by Cooper Kumo. He'll get it to Flack. Flack's going to get that one knocked out of his hands. Like Eli Mack coming back hard for that one, and rebound Bacco. Iverson back down the other way. Over to Bacco. Bacco gives off to Mack. Over to Gronwald, and we're going to get a foul here.
Kumo pokes at the ball. It comes loose. He'll get whistled. That's team foul number 4 on the Huskies. So both teams in the bonus, and you know, at this rate, might be a little late for the girls' tip. Physical game here.
Inbound to Bacco. He's going to push his way for another 2. Cooper Kumo coming back down the other way for the Huskies.
We'll get a bench warning on the Huskies here. And it's going to be on one of the assistant coaches.
Not sure if it was him or not, but it might have been Jordan Ralph. He's kind of given the
possibility.
okay.
And you know, one of the rare moments where Jeff Ralph was mellowed out sitting down, and that's when they get the bench warning.
Gilbertson going to drive, kick out to Cummings, over to Kumo. Kumo going to make a couple of moves, have a floater. That one will be off. We're going to get a foul on the Vikings. Kumo going to the line.
Nice job by Cooper Kumo. Little head fake, got the defender in the air, stepped through. Defense came down right on top of him. Good strength to be able to get the shot up with, you know, someone's body weight coming down against your shoulder. Another missed free throw for the Huskies.
Kumo frustrated at the line after that one. And he'll hit the second. 3:22 left in this game. Both, or looks like just the Huskies in the bonus up on the scoreboard. Get a drive. Gabe Whipple can't quite see what's going on. Got a little bit in our way, but good way to keep it in bounds for the Vikings. They'll have a 3 put up. That one won't go. We'll get a struggle for the ball and a
timeout
Kindred. Vikings. Click on that.
Wahpeton's free throw shooting, though, just once again as we tally these up. We'll stay here during the timeout this time, folks. So on my very unofficial stats, we got 14 free throw attempts. 7 of 14 for the Huskies, so even below the season mark of 57%. And for Kindred, all of the free throws but 3 have come from Brooks Bacco, as we tally those for you. $14 attempts for Kindred as well. 8 for 14. So it hasn't been great for both teams, but for Wahpeton, you take those 7 misses and you put them in and you got a 10-point game, and instead it's kind of getting out of hand here. 66-49 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Just want to see the Huskies finish strong here. You know, play how you came into the game planning like you were going to play. It's never too late to get back to your game plan and execute and take a little momentum into your next game. They've won 7 in a row. They moved back into the rankings at number 5. They're playing the number 3 team here, so they are the underdog in this one. But the same story as last year. Lost to Kindred twice in the regular season. Kept it fairly close for portions of those games, and then they lost to him again by 15 in the region championship. So it's not the last game. They could meet again in the region tournament.
Inbound for the Vikings to Bacco. He'll drive again himself. Little floater. That's off. Rebounded. Braden Steffens. Off to Jack Gilbertson, coming hard the other way. He'll put one up. A little bit too much on that one. King with the rebound and the putback. Adds 2 more for the Huskies. Bacco coming back down the other way. Iverson in some trouble. He's going to throw that one out of bounds. Huskies ball.
So 15-point deficit for Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 66-51, 2:12 to go in the game.
Gilbertson with the ball. Huskies probably looking to get a 3 out of this possession. Cummings over to Gilbertson. Gilbertson going to drive, spin move, jumper. That one's going to go. Good move by Jack Gilbertson to get that one for 2. He's going to pressure Bacco heavily, coming the other way. Flack tries to get the steal. Good move by Gabe Whipple to throw off the defense and get a jumper. Steffens off to King, to Gilbertson. Back to King. King's going to drive, make it through, and he'll put one in himself. Trey King just bowls over Graham Hess.
Talk about balance and poise from the big man there. Kind of out of control on the dribble. You know, the guy fell down from the contact in front of him, able to kind of 2-step around him and lay it in. So nice athletic play. And Trey King up to double figures with 10 points. We'll take a quick 30-second high camp construction timeout. Kindred 68, Huskies 55 on your CFI scoreboard.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Back Wahpeton High School after that high camp construction timeout. 68-55 Vikings over Wahpeton Huskies. 1:21 left to go in the game. Vikings will have possession. Heavy pressure from the Huskies, trying to prevent anything. Baco gets away, stretch pass to him. He's going to go up and slam it down.
Look out, Brooks Baco.
A nice reverse layup by Jack Gilbertson. Baco heavily pressured again. Another deep pass down. Couple kick outs. Iverson with a three. That one's going to be off. Rebound Vikings. Back out to Baco. 50 seconds left in the game. Baco's going to go in, try to get another dunk. That time one-handed, but that'll bounce off the rim, and we'll get a rebound from the Huskies.
Talk about blowing out the candles on this game. Brooks Baco trying to put the exclamation point on it with a pair of dunks. Second one off the mark.
You could tell he wanted that one on the first one. Breaking away. Deep passes. Gilbertson hits a deep three.
Gilbertson's a gamer, and you love to see this late game flurry from a sophomore. It shows what you got in store coming down the stretch.
Again, heavy pressure from the Huskies. Some heavy contact as Gilbertson and Iverson go down. Baco to get it inside, kick back out.
Huskies just going to play out these final 13 seconds, and they'll concede defeat as Kindred is going to walk out of the dog den with a 70-60 win, almost a carbon copy of the first matchup. 70-61 in Kindred, 70-60 tonight on your CFI scoreboard, and Brooks Baco taking a shot up by 10 at the buzzer there. You feel how you will about that, but the young man had an incredible game tonight. I believe he went for 30 points. We'll get the official numbers in a second, and Kindred shows why they're 2 in the region and why Wahpeton is 1 spot behind him at 3. And boy, it'd be a treat to see these teams meet again in the region tournament, because I don't think either of them played their best basketball tonight, but Kindred playing just a bit better than your hometown Huskies. One more time, 70-60 Kindred. Brooks Baco once again the man of the hour. We'll get the scoring numbers for you in a couple minutes as we jump into your Miller Realty postgame show.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Go to the primary clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary, and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show. I'm Robert Wanick. He's Brady DeVries. Miller Realty, a tradition of knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. Wahpeton boys drop game one of this program doubleheader against Kindred, and they will remain the 3 seed or maybe the 4 seed, depending on how Oak Grove does in their next game. Had a chance to go up to 2, but Kindred, showing their stuff and taking care of business by 10, led by a game high 28 points from 6'6" sophomore Brooks Baco, including a dunk at the end of the game. Just a tremendous game for him. We don't have his assist and rebounding numbers. We don't have that kind of staff on hand here, but, maybe a triple-double again, definitely in the ballpark. He is clearly one of the best players in the entire state of North Dakota, regardless of class. So he leads them with 28. Gabe Iverson goes for 11. Tyler Gronwald, 5. Graham Hess, 8. Gabe Whipple, 10. Eli Mack and Carter Gronwald, 2 apiece. And for the Huskies, as we take a look at their stats on the State Farm Stat Report presented by Matt and Amanda Frederick. 10 points for Trey King. Had some nice, just some nice physical play in the post that I think you can build off of. Braden Steffens and Jack Gilbertson, no surprise here. They're separated by 0.1 points per game and averaging around 18. Steffens goes for 20. Gilby goes for 19. And then, just no fourth scoring option. 3 points for Aiden Bonchez, 3 points for Cooper Cuomo, 3 points for Rylan Flack, and 2 for Alex Cummings. Right around 50% from the free throw line for both teams in this one. And that's something, no matter how good you are, you're going to have to shore up for tournament time, because I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of 10-point games when you get into March Madness.
Yep, those charities are important.
So let's talk about players of the game, presented by Essentia Health here with you. Got to give one to Brooks Baco. You drop 28 points on the road, you get a player of the game nod. We don't really need to say much about his game. He does a little bit of everything. He also beat the buzzer before half with a step-back 3. Every time Wahpeton seemed to have momentum, Brooks Baco would do something crazy, and it would just silence the crowd here. Full crowd here, by the way, both sides, so should remain that way after the concession stand clears out, because the girls' game is coming up in just under 20 minutes from now. Player of the game for the Huskies, 20 from Steffens, 19 for Gilbertson, but I'm going to go with Trey King, because Trey King's the guy who opened up those outside looks. Those 2 guards, Steffens and Gilbertson, had trouble getting anything, even a sliver of space at the basket. And then once Trey King started putting his shoulder down and getting to the cup, they respected him, and that allowed the star players on the outside to get high-quality looks. So Trayton King was really the key to opening up this offense. Wahpeton cut it to 5 in the third quarter after being down by, I believe, 11 at halftime, 27. So we try to get the internet back up and running here, and there we go. Going from like 100 bytes a second to 4,000 bytes a second. So just hang in there, folks. It's going to come in and out a little bit, but you don't want to miss anything tonight. So play of the game tonight, we'll go with the Baco dunk, I guess. It was the only one in the game. And I think we can also go with the Steffens up and under circus layup on the right side. He had a couple where he was hanging, but he had one that was a reverse layup, which is so tough because once you go underneath the hoop on the reverse and you start coming down, then you got to flip the shot high off the glass. You got to get the English on it. So that was a great play too. So Steffens with the circus reverse and Baco with the dunk. Those are your Red River Agency plays of the game tonight. As we'll get our advertising spots up on here for those. Essentia Health presenting your players of the game. Red River Agency presenting your plays of the game on the Miller Realty postgame show. We're going to take a quick break here. I'm going to get caffeinated because it's going to be a long night. And when we come back on, we're going to talk girls basketball stats. We'll talk about the first meeting between Kindred and Wahpeton. We'll talk about the Wahpeton season stats, and we'll go over the region standings as once again, Wahpeton with their second chance of the night to knock Kindred off the number 2 line in the region. Back in a bit here on the Miller Realty postgame show, which will transition into the Red River Grain pregame show for the girls contest.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at NDSCS. That's NDSCS.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on.
But quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
All right, switching from the Miller Realty postgame show to the Red River Grain pregame show because we're double dipping tonight. Wahpeton loses to Kindred 70-60. Brooks Baco goes for 28. Steffens 20 for Wahpeton, 19 for Jack Gilbertson. And Kindred wins the regular season series, and they move to 13-3 on the year. Wahpeton falls to 12-5. And now the girls' game coming up next. Both these teams 8-3 in Region 1. But first things first, Brady's over here. He's got a brisket mac bowl. And you guys should see the concessions here. I sent Turner. You got like a chili dog. You got a brisket mac and cheese bowl. You got like an entire like bakery of sweets. But like first bite, everybody knows the rules. What do you give the bowl here?
Honestly, I give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. And I rarely rate stuff like a 10 out of 10, but that is one of the best brisket bowls I've had. And from it being from a concession stand at a high school game, that's top notch for sure.
I was going to say, I would probably go 9+ on it too. And I'm not just talking concession food. It's if they put it in an actual like fancy dish, you know, it'd be restaurant style. So they are doing big things here at Wahpeton as far as just like the entire gym. They have a giant video board you can see here now, and their concessions are just simply the best I've ever seen at a game. But anyways, I digress. We're going to play a little scene setter for you folks here. Go over the Wahpeton Huskies season, and we'll hop back on after that, as this will kind of tell you the tale of how things are going for the Lady Huskies this year.
Welcome to the Red River Grain pregame show, serving local farmers since 1986. I'm Brady DeVries alongside Robert Wanick, and we're getting ready for some Region 1A girls basketball between the Wahpeton Lady Huskies and the Kindred Vikings. Starting with the State Farm Stat Report presented by agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Region 1A standings as of now, Valley City on top with a record of 11-0 in the region, 16-2 overall. Following them, tied for second tonight, are the Kindred Vikings and Wahpeton Lady Huskies, both with a record of 8-3 in the region. Vikings 14-5 overall, Huskies 10-7. Last game between these teams came on January 15th with a final score of Vikings 68, Huskies 61. Huskies outscored the Vikings 18-10 in the third quarter, but were unable to come away with the win. Looking to take one back here tonight from the Vikings. In that game for the Lady Huskies, Piper Nelson went 7 for 14 in the field with 4 free throws, 3 rebounds, and a total of 20 points. Following her, Claire Woods went 4 for 9 in the field with 10 of 12 free throws and an impressive 10 rebounds, totaling 18 points. Top shooters for Kindred in the first matchup were Liza Trenbeth and Sierra Nipstead. Trenbeth went 13 for 25 in the field with 28 points. Nipstead 12 for 25, totaling 25 points. Team stats for the Lady Huskies coming into this game, shooting 41.2% from the field, 31.7% from beyond the arc, and 58.1% from the charity stripe. Huskies averaging 59.4 points per game, 52.1 points against, 31.6 rebounds, 15.1 assists, 17.1 turnovers, and 11.8 steals. Player stats for the Lady Huskies, Piper Nelson coming in shooting 47.1 from the field, 34.1 from beyond the arc, and 82.1 from the free throw line, averaging 15.4 points per game, 3.5 rebounds, and 3.9 assists. Next for the Lady Huskies, Claire Woods shooting 54.4 from the field, 34.2 from beyond the arc, and 69.3 from the free throw line, averaging 17.4 points per game and 6.3 rebounds. Another big score for the Lady Huskies, Ashlyn Max shooting 32% from the field, 38.3% from beyond the arc, and 53.3 from the free throw line, averaging 7 points per game. Gracie Falk averaging 3.4 rebounds and 2.2 assists for the Lady Huskies. Moving to defense for the Lady Huskies, Gracie Falk and Piper Nelson both averaging 2.2 steals per game.
So that's a little look at the scene setter Brady whipped up for us for this game, and maybe a little extra motivation here as the girls got a front row seat to Wahpeton losing for the second time to Kindred. And now they'll have a chance to get theirs as it's a battle for the number 2 seed in the region. And this may decide it once and for all as we head down the home stretch here. Taking a look at the Region 1 girls standings one more time on your screen at KBMW News Live YouTube. Defending state champions, Valley City. They're ranked number 2. They trail only South Prairie Max. And we cover Valley City over at KOVC, the voice of the Valley in Valley City. Jerry Edwards does a good job. They're looking to repeat as state champs. We also cover Carrington, who beat the number 1 team, South Prairie Max, in the season opener, and now Carrington up to number 3, I believe, in the region, the Division A rankings. So we follow them at KDAK in Carrington. So I3G Sports Network covering a lot of ground here in North Dakota basketball. Kindred Vikings, number 2 behind Valley City. They are unranked, but they definitely got a case to be ranked in the top 5, 14-5, 8-3 in region. And the Wahpeton Lady Huskies just out here outperforming expectations. Brian Watson has done a nice job kind of using what he has this year and making them competitive, and suddenly they're 10-7 and they are 8-3 in the region. So 2 8-3 teams about to clash. One team is going to slide up to the 2 spot. One team's going to slide down to the 3. Oak Grove 9-10, 5-6. Central Cass 9-9, 5-6. Gave Wahpeton a run for their money here. So that's the Region 1 standings, and we'll take another look here at the first game at Kindred. Claire Woods with 18 points, 4 of 9 shooting, but she did an excellent job getting to the line and making them pay. 10 of 12 on free throws, 10 rebounds for a double-double. The 8th grade star, Piper Nelson, who's been turning heads for a couple years now, 20 points, made half of her 14 shots, half of her 4 threes, 50% from the field, added 3 rebounds. Cambry Malk, 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Ella Langenwalter, 6 points, 2 rebounds, and just not a lot of help in this game besides Claire Woods and Piper Nelson. You look at Malk and Langenwalter, they are 5 of 8 from the field. So it's like, shoot some more shots. You know what I mean? You're knocking them down. We need a little help here behind the big 2 of Claire Woods and Piper Nelson. And Wahpeton in that game at Kindred, 48% field goal. You'll take that every night. 33% from 3. That is a solid number. 76 at the line. They had 4 assists to 18 turnovers, and that's kind of the tail of the tape, where Kindred had 3 assists, just 7 turnovers. So 11 more turnovers than the Vikings kind of did Wahpeton in, despite Kindred shooting 22% from 3, just 12% at the free throw line. And Kindred rolled the same way, 53 combined points from Trenbeth and Nivstead. They made 25 of 50 shots. So they took all the shots. They're going to get all the attention tonight. They also combined for 13 rebounds and 9 steals. So keep an eye on Trenbeth and Nipstead. Keep an eye on Nelson and Woods. Those are going to be probably the go-to options tonight as we get into this ball game. We're going to take a quick break on the Red River Grain pregame show. When we come back, I'll take the play-by-play for this one. Brady will take the color. We got round 2 coming up. WAP Kindred on the I3G Sports Network.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Get your vehicle ready for winter with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Get up to $60 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, up to $30 in rebates on wipers and batteries, and up to $15 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Now's the time to get your vehicle ready for the winter. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors in Wahpeton, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smith.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And
Local State Farm agents.
we're here to debunk all the insurance.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are your dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for years and remains #1 today.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy a hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
At Twin Town Villa, the word moving has a lot of different meanings.
We moved Mom to Twin Town Villa last year, and now that she's there, she won't stop moving.
For sure. From walks around the facility to music and dancing to field trips to shopping, Mom's always on the move.
And she loves that. Plus, one-to-one care she gets from the Twin Town Villa staff is extremely moving. It's one-to-one care Mom needs and the space to herself that she needs too.
So get moving and take a tour of the good life at Twin Town Villa.
All right, folks, round 2 of a heavyweight clash tonight in Region 1. Kindred takes the boys game 70-60. Brooks Baco drops a 28 spot. Now the Lady Huskies looking to get revenge for themselves from a loss last time and also a revenge for the boys. Starting lineups presented by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. Liza Trenbeth, number 1, the only senior on this shallow roster, 5'11". Number 3, Sierra Nipstead, a sophomore, high volume scorer, 5'11" forward. Number 5, Ivy Trenbeth, another sophomore, 5'9" guard. Number 10, Kate Odegaard, 5'7" sophomore. Rounding it out, number 22, Collins McQuillan, a 5'9" sophomore. So 4 sophomores and a senior, and they still ran their way up to a pretty nice record here as we take one more look at the power poll. 14-5, 8-3 in region. Now here come the Huskies with their super cool intros. They dim the lights here, put the spotlight on. And they got a little intro video up there, a little highlight. I believe that was probably Tyler Felt. Is that you, Felt, on that work? Okay, so it's Keaton Kutzler, but shout out to Felt here. You can find him on Instagram, Filmed by Felt. Does a lot of good highlights here. And also Kutzler Lensworks. So those two are here shooting some highlights of all the games, and you can find their highlights on Instagram. Again, that's Filmed by Felt, F-E-L-D-T. And also Kutzler Lensworks. They're kind of running through this highlight here. Brought out the smoke machine. And while I'm at it, you can also find my local sports highlights on Instagram. It's Robert Wanick Reports. So we're getting ready to go here. Extended intro. And what time did we have for tip-off tonight? We figured 7:30, and it looks like it's going to be more of an 8 o'clock tip. Getting kind of used to that here. Number 2, Piper Nelson, the 8th grade guard, averaging about 15 a night, 5'6". Junior Cambry Mauk, a defensive staple of this lineup, 5'8", wears number 10. Senior Claire Langenwalter, 3-point threat, wears number 22. She's 5'6". Skyly Pulskamp drawing a rare start tonight. 5'7" junior guard. And Claire Woods, the leading scorer, right around 18 a contest, 5'11", inside-outside game. That'll do it for the Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. Providing superior quality products and generating a positive return for their patrons. So let's get ready to tip off here game 2. I'm Robert Wanick, he's Brady DeVries. Lady Huskies basketball here on the i3G Sports Network. You know, the internet has been doing its thing. It's been keeping up for the most part here tonight. And again, folks, if we go off the YouTube for, a minute or so, we'll get right back on. Learn how to deal with it when you're kind of going from being a radio station to a video streaming company. Tip is controlled by the Vikings. Little pop pass to the right wing, poked away. Right away, Piper Nelson knocks it out of the hands of Trenbeth. So Kindred to inbound in front of the scorer's table into the backcourt. Little zone look here for the Wahpeton defense. Top of the key, Trenbeth. Little jab step, looking to drive. Crossover. Might have got away with a carry. She'll kick right wing. Open three-pointer. Off the back tab, tipped out of bounds. Looked like that was off Nelson. It'll stay. Kindred, a very shallow roster. We'll get into that when we get a moment here. Inbound pass up top to Trenbeth. She eyes the rim, gets it poked away by Mauk, able to retain possession. Left wing now to McQuillan. Three-pointer in front of the Huskies bench is long, rebounded by Claire Langenwalter. Langenwalter trying to break the press. She will. Bounce pass to Claire Woods. Thought about a step back three. Now she's doubled. Nowhere to go. Gets it tipped away. 5 count is on, and 5 count is completed. A little bit confusing there because, count resets when the ball gets tipped away, but she must have had it long enough. I don't know if we're going to get any dunks in this game, Brady.
That would definitely be a rare one to see someone go up for one here.
Corner three-pointer is flat. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Mauk. Quickly up court to Woods. Nice pass across the lane. A little bit too much heat on it for Pulskamp. Good little feed, though, from Woods. Wing to block, but it goes out of bounds.
Good look. Probably going to want more of those down the line.
Woods not really heralded as a passer, but that was a good look. Top of the key for the Vikings. Left wing now, back to the top. Inside, wide open at the block. Easy layup. First points of the ball game. Collins McQuillan, unaccounted for. Mauk in the backcourt, back to Langenwalter. Pressure is on. Over to Woods. She'll put her head down, trying to get to the hoop. Here comes some contact. And we're going to get Kindred whistled for kind of riding her all the way down the lane. But you don't really want to get in front of her.
Right. Yep.
One of the strongest basketball players I've seen, along with her sister, Scout Woods, last year. She would just put people about 6 feet under when she'd drive to the hoop.
David Woods takes pride in that.
Yeah, big weightlifting guy. As they'll inbound it to Woods at the block. Into the body. She can't finish. Good job there by the defense. Defending on that one was Kate Odegaard. Little floater. Air ball. Fight for the rebound. Claire Langenwalter. Her second rebound of the quarter. She'll get it out to Pulskamp. Falls down. Fight for the ball. She gets knocked over. It's a jump. Possession, Huskies. This is another one of those games where you feel like all those little situations, they're going to boil down, to the end of the ball game. Those loose ball situations, the rebounds, the passes off the tips of the hands, and that's what makes these ones exciting.
Yep. Making sure you want to retain possession. Like I had said before, it doesn't get much better than this. 2 games in a row, both teams in both games fighting for number 2 seed. It's get some good crowds in here, get people excited for both sides.
And the good news for the WAP boys is, I don't really want to say they played bad, but they kind of played bad, and they only lost 70-60.
Yep, and if they end up meeting this team come tournament time, they're gonna really fight to get that one. They're gonna be hungry.
Claire Langenwalter airballs the 3. Wahpeton unable to save possession. Nice little pass inside in transition. It's going to be an assist from Odegaard, and McQuillan scores her 4th point. Claire Woods through the contact, blocking foul. She's so good at recognizing when the defender is inside that restricted arc, and it's automatic free throws if you create that contact in that little circle in front of the rim. So 2 points for the 4 points for the sophomore McQuillan. And Claire Woods, who's an excellent free throw shooter, puts the Huskies on the board. 4-1 on your CFI scoreboard, just over 2 minutes into the contest.
Yep, being such a good free throw shooter and being down low all the time, you're definitely going to want her at the line.
Little announcer's jinx from us there. She goes 1 for 2. We'll get a jump ball this time going Kindred's way. Thank you to all the Kindred fans as well, joining us on KBMW News Live YouTube. Over 500 live viewers so far in the night. And let's push that number up towards a K. This is one of the biggest meetings this year in Region 1. Step back three-pointer from Trenbeth, bricked off the side of the iron. Quickly up court here to Mauk. Mauk crosses over, kind of loses the handle. She'll give it up to Claire Woods. Woods tipped, back to Woods. Little shimmy shake on the head fake. She'll drive, fall over, bounce past to Langenwalter in the corner. Good!
Great play by Claire Woods to be able to get that one out to Langenwalter.
Reckless abandon, driving in the lane, able to bounce it out for a 3, and Piper Nelson with the steal. Tries to feed it, but nobody there, and Claire Langenwalter again with the hustle. She keeps that one alive. Langenwalter wide open in the corner. Woods doesn't see her. We'll get a reach foul here on Liza Trenbeth. So all knotted up at 4 here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 4:55 to go in the opening quarter. Confidence from Claire Langenwalter. She airballed a 3 to start the game. Dead eye on that one in the corner. Piper Nelson with a 3 from way downtown off the back iron. Tipped out of bounds off Kindred. That's the thing about Nelson. She could be getting one of those brisket bowls at concessions and shoot it from over there. I mean, there's no limit to her range.
She's like a young Caitlin Clark, just able to put it up wherever she wants.
We're going to get a travel here on Wahpeton as Pulskamp went to pass it and then thought twice, and she was already in the air. 4-4, neither team playing real clean basketball so far as they're feeling each other out. Kindred going inside, that's where they've gotten 2 of their buckets. Little give and go action, nothing but net there. Kindred gets the bucket. I believe that was number 10, Kate Odegaard. Nope, that was Nipstead. So 6-4 Kindred. Pulskamp loses the handle. Kindred's going to knock it out of bounds. We'll get our first substitution of the ball game. It is Ashlyn Max, just a 7th grader, averaging her grade in points this year at just over 7. Stolen away by Kindred at the midline. Breakaway layup is good. Nipstead back-to-back buckets. Huskies got to be cautious not to get her going, and they nearly throw it away to Claire Langenwalter. Into the corner, Claire Woods, pump fake, blows by the defense. Euro step off the glass, and she can't finish the highlight reel play. On the break, it's Nipstead again. She'll give it up. Unselfish play, lefty lay, Trenbeth, timeout. Huskies, 10-4. That happened quick.
That did, yep.
10-4 Huskies on, or 10-4 Vikings on your CFI scoreboard. Couple back-to-back breakaway layups from Nipstead. We'll take a break. High Camp Construction timeout on the i3G Sports Network.
Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
So the Wahpeton boys, slow start to the game. They struggled to finish on the interior, point-blank looks, and kind of the same story for the Huskies here. Getting where they want to go, but not getting the baskets to go, and suddenly they're down by 6 with 4 minutes left. That's the problem with quarters, Brady. You fall behind, you don't have like 14 minutes left in the half to make a run. You got 4 minutes left in the quarter as Piper Nelson takes the ball up the court. Coming out of that High Camp Construction timeout. A lot of pressure on Claire, nearly throws it away. Nelson gets hammered by Trenbeth. She picks it away, open layup. 4 points for Trenbeth, 4 for Nipstead, 4 for McQuillan. Inside, back to the basket, Ella Langenwalter. Wide open look for Max from 3, and she'll connect. Inside out action, beautiful basketball.
These
7th
young
grade.
shooters for WAP are absolute dynamite.
And Trenbeth, unaccounted for, wide open. Knocks down a 3. Just like that, it's back up to 8. Trenbeth gets the steal, whips it inside. Nipstead with the layup. Huskies in trouble, 17-7 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Trenbeth is going to get called for a little bit of body contact on that poke. I thought she got into Nelson pretty good on that steal. But I guess she must have had the angle.
Yep. If you're Coach Watson, you love to see this out of your young shooters, knowing that you're going to have this for quite some time now.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that Max is in 7th grade and Nelson's in 8th grade. You know, there's going to be some growing pains that come with that, but being 10-7 with those gals, main part of your rotation, and, you know, Nelson, your 1B option or your 1A option some nights on offense, pretty incredible.
Yep, sure.
We'll get a blocking foul here on Kindred, and that's 5 fouls on Kindred, 0 on Wahpeton. So that'll stop the clock and send Claire Langenwalter to the line. Langenwalter averaging just a tish under 4 points a game this season. First free throw off the mark. Wahpeton 1 for 3 at the stripe. And Langenwalter will try to knock down the back end, and then they'll send a sub in for Langenwalter. Second free throw is good. So they'll get the sub in here, a little bit delayed, and it's going to be Taylor Mauk. 5'5" sophomore, younger sister of Trayton Mauk, and kind of the same DNA as a basketball player. Just a lot of speed, a lot of pressure, quickness. 17-8 Kindred. Wide open in the corner. Kindred's going to go for the short-range floater. Right decision as Nipstead buries it. And Trenbeth and Nipstead trying to go for an encore of their first game when they both scored over 25. Woods picks up her dribble. She's going to slide that pivot foot, get whistled for the travel. You know, kind of discretion for the refs. You know, you pick up the pivot foot and put it back down, it's a travel. But sometimes they'll let you slide, but technically, you know, the pivot foot's got to remain at the point of contact. So tough break there for Claire. Kindred piling on the points here in the first quarter, 19-8 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton's zone defense not yielding any results. There's another open 3 against the zone, and there's another make. It's Collins McQuillan. No sign that Wahpeton is going to switch up their defense. It's Ella Langenwalter able to dribble through the double. Out to Piper Nelson. Tipped by Kindred, stolen away. Nice outlet pass up the court. And we're going to get an and one opportunity. Sierra Nipstead, and boy, oh boy, look at that dynamic duo. 17 points for Trenbeth and Nipstead. And we're just over 6 minutes into the game. 24-8, Kindred has the lead. What do you do now if you're Wahpeton, down by 16 in the first quarter? Free throw off the mark.
Definitely try to limit those threes and keep McQuillan down as much as you can. She's kind of emerging a little bit in this game for Kindred.
Yeah, that third score is, you know what you're going to get out of Trenbeth and Nipstead, and then when you got McQuillan coming out firing in the first quarter for 7, I mean, that's a big difference in the game here. You'd have a single-digit game if you could keep her out of the scoring column. So Ella Langenwalter will head to the line in the bonus. From Langenwalter is good. First point of the ball game for Ella, sophomore sister of senior Claire, who has 4 points in this game. Second free throw, good. Nothing but net on both for Ella. Lead down to 14. Kindred with a little skip pass into the corner. Back up top, Trenbeth. Trenbeth will drive. Look like maybe a double dribble, but she'll get possession. Missed the shot. Cambry Mauk with the rebound. Mauk up the left side. She'll lose the handle for a moment. All over her. Bounces it up top to Piper Nelson. Nelson tries to split the double. Ball on the floor. Into the corner, picked up by Mauk. Mauk, nice job getting to the rim and finishing.
Great move to pick up that ball and be able to bring it in yourself.
Nothing going, and she puts the rock in her own hands and finishes. Back down to a dozen. Nipstead off the dribble, top of the key. Good defense here by Mauk, and that's why she's in the ball game. Into the corner, Nipstead. Skip pass. Contested three, hand in the face, bank. A little bit of good luck there. Emma Mathis with the bank shot for three, and we'll get a blocking fall on the other end on Cambry Mauk. That's the way it's went for both Wahpeton teams tonight. You can't catch a break. You get in the face of the shooter, make her rush her shot, and she just gets lucky and kisses it off the window.
Yep. That's about all I can do whenever I'm shooting the basketball.
You know, nothing against the shot by Mathis. It counts all the same, and sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And Cambry Mauk heads to the free throw line and misses the front end, and Wahpeton 4 for 7 at the line so far.
Yep, and that happens so many times in so many different sports where just got to have that little bit of luck on your side for it to work.
Cambry Mauk hits the second free throw. Lead is 14 for Kindred on your CFI scoreboard. 2-second difference between the shot and game clock as Kindred gets into the front court. Final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. Skip pass inside. Ball's loose. Good ball movement by Kindred as they'll pull it out. They can hold for the last shot if they wish. They'll work it inside. Good D by Mauk. Both Mauks all over the ball, but Nipstead comes away with it. Flips up the shot short. Rebound, Nipstead tied up. Taylor Mauk. Kind of like we were talking Baco. Here's Nipstead, number 3. Sophomore, but she's 5'11". Got some strength to her. Final 6 seconds of the first half. They're yelling at Piper Nelson to go. She'll skip it up, and we get a double dribble on Ashlyn Max. So just time and score. I don't think the Huskies knew there was 6 seconds left, and Kindred's got 1 second here to try to beat the buzzer.
Probably put up a prayer shot here. That one's going to come right over here almost. No, right there.
So Brady DeVries gets the rebound to end the first quarter, and it looked like Ashlyn Max might have got away with a shooting foul walking into the shooter there too. So the Huskies finally do get a break. Too little too late as the horn sounds. 27-13. Kindred Vikings come out swinging on your CFI scoreboard. Back with the second quarter in 60 seconds.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Wood and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Well, the Kindred Lady Vikings come out here putting up NBA 2K numbers for all you PlayStation and Xbox junkies. On pace to score 108 points in this game. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but it's 27-13 Kindred. And Kindred boys team did the same. They scored 70, but that's like scoring 100 on Jeff Ralph's defense. And Brian Watson and his crew trying to figure out what the recipe is to slow down Kindred as they go inside, back out, stolen away. This time it's Cambry Mauk. She'll feed it up to Max, and she's going to throw it nearly out of bounds, but Max saves it.
Great
to
save.
Claire Langenwalter. Yeah, good hustle. Langenwalter trying to dribble around this zone. Here comes Max out to Langenwalter. Swing to Nelson, over to Woods. There's the three. Woods with the pump fake. She's going to get hit and finish.
There's that strength you talk about with Claire Woods, being able to get in there and just bully through anybody that's standing in her way.
And her first make from the field, just a single free throw in the first quarter, came in here averaging a tish under 18. It's her third point of the game. So hopefully that'll get her going. And a lot of time here, you're down by 12. There's still 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. And like I said, it's hard to go on runs when you don't play an entire half of basketball. But, you know, you also get the quarter break to figure things out. So we'll see if the Huskies figured it out. after the break. Woods hits the free throw. Kindred coming back the other way. Corner three up for Kindred. Corner three down for Kindred. It's the X Factor tonight, Collins McQuillan.
That's who you want to try to keep quiet. And as of now, she's kind of emerged from the shadows a little bit for Kindred.
Another steal at midcourt by Kindred and another freebie on the other end. Sierra Nipstead. Into the corner to Claire Woods. We'll see if she goes with that head fake. She's met with a double team. Back out to Max. Bounce pass, top of the key, Nelson. Nelson will drive and kick. Langenwalter with a three. Langenwalter hangs and bangs off the iron. Claire Langenwalter, 2 triples in the first half. The Huskies, they got a pulse here, down by 13.
Keep looking for her on that right side if she's going to make them all night.
We talked about keys to the game as Trenbeth fires a deep three and Trenbeth connects. Talked about keys to the game. Some of those supplementary scorers, those second options, they got to shoot more. So we got 2 threes out of Claire. She's 2 for 3. Let's get her 6 or 8 attempts, you know, and see what it brings. Double team in the corner here. Kicked out to Nelson. She'll try to swing it, and that's going to lead to a foul on Claire Langenwalter. Just gets her hand caught in the cookie jar.
Vikings doing a good job of getting their hands in the way here of passes.
Yeah, and the zone defense, you know, the way I see most high school teams combat it is they try to swing the ball around. You know, and passing is great against the zone, but in my opinion, dribbling is the best against the zone. Break down the zone, and they're kind of dribbling left to right on the perimeter. I'd like to see them get downhill as they give up another open three, but Nipstead can't connect. Rebound McQuillan, pass to Nipstead, rattles out. McQuillan all over this game. Langenwalter working against the double team behind the back, bobbles it, picks it up over to Max. Back to Langenwalter. Swing pass. Good job by Nelson jumping it, but she'll throw it away. Stolen by Trenbeth. Here comes Trenbeth. Crossover. Little hesitation. She'll drive in. Beautiful fake pass. Lefty finger roll. Liza Trenbeth has got it going on, and Kindred is running away with this one. 37-19, folks. 5 and change left in the first half on your CFI scoreboard. We'll take a break. Lady Vikings jumping all over the Lady Huskies tonight.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to Wahpeton High School inside the Dog Den, and all the excitement has really fizzled out to just a low whimper out of the Huskies so far. It's 37-19 Kindred, as they have a 3-headed monster unleashed tonight. Trenbeth, Nipstead, McQuillan. McQuillan had under 5 points in the first meeting between these two teams. She has 10 in the opening half. As Claire Woods tries to split the zone. Out of control, picks up her dribble, kicks it out to Nelson. 3-pointer is long. Fight for the rebound. Mauk is in there. She pulls it out. She's going to go back up. Out of control, but she finishes off balance. Cambry Mauk won't be denied. Cambry Mauk with 5 points. Back down to 16. Huskies doing a little scoring. They just got to do a little stopping. Kindred into the corner. Good defense by Cambry Mauk. Nowhere to go for Trenbeth. They'll find Nipstead contested 3. Air ball. O-board Kindred. That's a backbreaker, and Trenbeth will slide over and shoot the open 3. Rolls out. Blocked by Langenwalter. She'll get whistled for the foul. She's got some choice words that we probably can't say on the air after that. A little bit of ball on that one. You know, you'd like to see a play on there, but too much contact for the officials, and it will send Kindred to the line. Offensive rebound by number 22, McQuillan, and she continues to pour in the points.
Wap struggling a little bit on those defensive rebounds. Gotta try to prevent Kindred from getting it out beyond the arc because they're going to start shooting lights out if they get many more chances.
And that inside-out game is deadly, and that leads to more rebounds when you're shooting long threes as McQuillan knocks down both shots. Max and Nelson break the press, and it is stolen again by the Kindred Vikings, and that is about the 6th breakaway layup. It's Nipstead again. Camry Mauk loses the handle into the corner. Trap is on, nowhere to go. Skyly Paulskamp bounces it to Mauk. Mauk's gonna drive, love the aggression out of her. Can't get it to drop. Max goes up, she'll draw the foul.
Way to get that rebound and try to put that one back up there.
Huskies trail by 20 midway through the first half. 41-21 on your. And again, folks, if you're streaming on KBMW News Live YouTube, just a little glitch in the matrix there, and we're back on as the internet's a bit spotty here, but hang with us as we are back up and firing. And it's tipped away by Mauk, but the size advantage there from Nipstead as she'll kick it out, and another three. This time it's Katie Odegaard. Her first bucket of the game is a big one. And another steal by Kindred. Nipstead, open court, working on Nelson. She'll draw the foul. It's actually a pretty good foul. Nelson able to get in front, and she's given up some height. She's going to make Nipstead go to the line and earn it. But we said, you know, maybe they won't score 108 tonight, but, you know, they leave their starters in the whole game, and they play like this.
They're certainly getting up there, and Wap's got to try to start to limit these three opportunities because Kindred's just been knocking them down.
And not getting out to three-point shooters, and then combine that with consistently throwing the ball to Kindred, leading to breakaway layups as the second free throw is good. And see if she made the first free throw. Doesn't look like it. That was Nipstead again. Back to the other side of the court. It's the Huskies here trailing by 23, and then they'll throw it away again.
Maybe a little bit too much aggression inside with those passes.
They have no answer for this Kindred zone defense. And Kindred has every answer for the Wahpeton zone. Short corner working on Claire Woods. Good job by Woods to get tall there and force the miss. And Piper Nelson will give it up to Paulskamp. Here comes Paulskamp over to Max. Paulskamp swings it. This is what you like to see. Can't hold on to the ball for longer than a second against the zone. You got to catch and dribble, catch and pass, catch and shoot. As Nelson puts it on the floor, splits the zone, kicks out to Woods. Woods with the head fake. She dribbles it off the foot of a Kindred Viking. And it's going to be a long drive home if Wahpeton can't make this a game. A long drive home for me, at least. Well, 210's always a long drive home. It feels like it takes about 3 hours to get to Fox home.
Oh, yeah. It's not as, I make that drive a lot, but it's not as familiar as the one to Fargo is. So
sure,
there's just so like little on both drives, but it feels like there's just a little bit less on that one.
So Taylor Malk tried to throw it off the back of a Kindred player and get it off the inbounds, but she couldn't establish herself. It goes back to Kindred. And we're going to get a foul here on Taylor Malk. Did a nice job staying straight up, but she kind of buried herself in the restricted area. So 4 fouls on the Huskies. Kindred approaching the half-century mark, but the first free throw off the mark. At the line, it's Kaya Starcevic.
A lot of noise from the WAP student section trying to get in her head there.
Yeah, they're gonna need to do a little more. So they gotta get some choreography going on or something over there because Kindred does not seem to be too phased. Second free throw off the mark. Student section does their job. 0 for 2 trip for Starcevic.
Looks like a little bit of that noise came from the little Huskies sitting over there waiting for their halftime game.
Oh, that's right. Here comes Paulskamp with a drive and kick to Mauk, and they're going to call a travel on Paulskamp. So Kindred just a little bit taller, a little bit quicker, and this zone defense it's been good. Kindred works it across the timeline with Nipstead working on Polskamp. She'll cross over, create space. Dribble handoff Trenbeth. Pass fake, pivots, kicks out to the right wing. Back to the top, Trenbeth. Another pass fake, but a good job by Camry Mauk. Step back jumper, short, high degree of difficulty. Rebound, Mauk. Camry Mauk steps on the sideline. And the Wahpeton turnover numbers have to be just eye-popping at this point of the game.
It's one of those rare times you see Coach Watson sitting on the bench there.
He's got his fingers pressed into his face, kind of like when you sleep too long the wrong way on the pillow. He's probably going to have a mark tomorrow the way this half has went. Inside, Nipstead leaves it short. Rebound, Ella Langenwalter.
Yeah, probably wondering how he can get his girls back into this game.
Three-pointer up, three-pointer long. Rebound tipped out of bounds by the Lady Vikings. So a 23-point deficit here in the second quarter for Wahpeton. And a reminder, folks, this first game, so we pull up the stat report from game one against these two teams, 68-61 Kindred. So close throughout the ball game. As Nelson gets the inbound pass to Ella Langenwalter, she'll turn and face, gets it poked away, back to Nelson. Nelson thought about a deep three. She'll give it up into the corner, Claire Woods. There's the head fake again. Like to see her let that one fly. Drive by Polskamp, over the top pass, inside to Ella Langenwalter. A little bit of contact. She leaves it short. Nipstead going to walk it up with a hefty lead here for her Lady Vikings. 45-22 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Minute left. Nice lob pass to Trenbeth. It's going to go off her hand out of bounds. So Kindred, who comes in outside of the top five this week at 14-5 and not receiving any votes in the top five, they're making their case tonight. Claire Woods, full head of steam. She'll drive in. She'll throw it out of bounds.
Thinking maybe Lady Huskies looking for a three to get a little bit of momentum, but
you know, plays like that, your star player Woods, so good at putting the ball down and getting to the rim. You're already there. Do what you know.
Yep.
Do what you're good at. Shoot it.
Just play your game.
And Trenbeth goes in and gets clobbered in the side of the head. She'll head to the line. 12 points for Trenbeth. 14 for Nipstead. 12 for McQuillan. 3 each for Odegaard and Mathis. Trenbeth's first free throw, good. Second free throw from Trenbeth, good as well, as we get the camera back where it's supposed to be here. And Piper Nelson breaks the press with a nice little bounce pass, but it gets tipped away. And here comes another Kindred breakaway. We'll get a double dribble, however. Trenbeth kind of hands in the air, maybe saying she didn't have full possession of it. She'll get whistled for the double dribble. 41 seconds to go in the half, a half that can't end soon enough for the Huskies.
Lady Huskies definitely catching a break on that one. Probably hoping to get at least 2 here back.
You know, Claire Langenwalter, we talked about it, right? 2 threes early in the game, kind of your only outside threat. Here she sits on the bench, and she hasn't shot very many others as Piper Nelson shoots a wild runner off the mark. Claire Woods will clean it up on the O glass.
That's what you want to see from her, that tough battling down low.
And I think having her down low, you can afford to shoot some threes.
Yep,
you got a rebounding presence as Trenbeth burrows her way inside twice. Misses both times. Ella Langenwalter on the break. Nice little hook layup. Misses. Polskamp offensive rebound. Back-to-back put-back buckets for the Huskies. There's a little excitement there. Nipstead wants the crossover three at the buzzer. Air ball. But the Kindred Vikings coming in here, rowing the boat from sea to sea against the Vikings, against the Huskies, 47-26. You do the math there, but they're on pace for a lot of points here in a high school girls basketball game.
Oh.
We'll be back in a couple minutes with the Minn Kota Egg Products halftime show. I'm Robert Wanick. He's Brady DeVries. And if you want to head back and watch the first game, which had some good highlights. We had 28 points from Baco, 20 from Steffens, 19 for Gilbertson. Brady handled the play-by-play in game one. That's on the same YouTube stream. So go check it out during the halftime. We'll be back with your halftime report in a couple minutes.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care like nowhere else.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome to the Minn Kota Egg Products Halftime Show, your #1 grain marketing and agriculture supply company. Kindred Lady Vikings 47, Wahpeton Lady Huskies 26 on your CFI scoreboard. I'm Robert Wanek with Brady DeVries. What do you think the Huskies got to do to, start chipping away at this lead?
Definitely limiting turnovers. A lot of turnovers there in that first half, and a couple of them, obviously, you can't prevent you can't just have no turnovers all game. That's practically unheard of. But there's some that maybe they tried to force a little bit too much and probably could have kept it, gone somewhere else with it, or just protect the ball a little bit more.
Yeah, the length of this Kindred team in the zone is just frightening. When you got two girls on the high part of the zone flying to the perimeter, I mean, you got to go. They got to go a little bit faster. And I know that might sound like it'll cause more turnovers to speed the game up, but you got to speed the zone up because the zone does not move faster than the ball does. Whether you're dribbling or passing it, it takes time for the defense to shift around. And if you catch a pass and you sit there with it, you're done. You are absolutely cooked if you're going to hang out on the perimeter with the basketball. So they got to move a little faster. And another thing I think Wahpeton's got to do is you got to shoot more threes. So hopefully they're in the locker room right now drawing up some design plays where they can get some shooters open. I just don't think you're going to be able to nickel and dime your way back into this ball game. Claire Langenwalter 2 threes early, and then they just stopped feeding her the rock, So got to go to the hot hand sometimes, and hopefully Claire comes out with that thing cocked, ready to shoot.
Yep.
And she has 7 points, almost double her average. We'll take a look at the scoring here on your halftime show, presented by Minn Kota Ag Products. Your State Farm stat report. Looks like 16 for Liza Trenbath in the first half. Sierra Nipstead, 14 for Nipstead, 12 for McQuillan. So that's the bulk of this scoring as they are flirting with a 100-point game tonight if things go this way. And for the Lady Huskies, Claire Langenwalter actually led the way with 7 points in the first half. Claire Woods, who had just one free throw in the first quarter, she scores 5 in the second quarter, so she has 6. About a third of her average. Piper Nelson looking for her first bucket of the game. Held scoreless in the first half, came in averaging 15. Ashlyn Max with 4, Cambry Malk with 5. Cambry Malk also playing some pretty good sticky defense. And then Ella Langenwalter with a pair of free throws in the first half. And Skyly Pulskamp with a layup as well. So the Huskies come out flat tonight and not the team to do it against. Kindred trying to do what the Kindred boys did in game 1 and win the game and hold on to the number 2 spot in the region. And the WAP boys may drop down to 4 depending on how Oak Grove plays. As we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll get you some other scores from the region on the i3G Sports Network.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
Get your vehicle ready for winter with Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Get up to $60 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, up to $30 in rebates on wipers and batteries, and up to $15 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Now's the time to get your vehicle ready for the winter. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors in Wahpeton, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. Visit them online at smithmotors.com today.
All right, folks, internet's been working on the stream. Like I said, if we get a little glitch or we go off for a second, stay with us on KBMW News Live YouTube because it's coming right back. We had a big crowd earlier, and I think that kind of sucked some of the Wi-Fi out of the vortex here, but we're making it work. Huskies 47-26. They trail Kindred here on your CFI scoreboard. During this Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, taking a look at Class A throughout the state. Valley City, number 1 Valley City, 68-40 over Oak Grove. Central Cass, 52-30 over Lisbon at the end of the third. Beulah, they romp Standing Rock, 71-40. Standing Rock coming here this Saturday. And Hazen tops Dickinson Trinity. The second half is underway. Wahpeton with the basketball right in front of our camera here on KBMW News Live YouTube. Pulskamp drives and kicks to Nelson. She'll step into a three off the dribble. It's long. Race for the rebound in the corner, out of view, out of bounds off the Huskies.
Well, even though it didn't go in there, we'll take that for a start. Putting up threes, that's exactly what you want to do. Get more aggressive on something like that and try to catch the Vikings sleeping a little bit.
Give yourself a chance for an offensive rebound. They just couldn't track it down. Now Trensbeth's going to drive straight line to the hoop. Good luck stopping her tonight. That one's tipped out of bounds. Nearly another turnover as Nelson tries to force a pass down the lane line. 23-point lead for Kindred. Piper Nelson hanging out in the corner here. They'll look for her, catch and shoot. Saw that one coming a mile away, but she can't convert. Rebound Nipstead. Skyly Paulskamp, pressure defense. Kindred swings into the corner. Dribble in the middle of the lane again. A wide open layup. This time in and out. Offensive rebound Kindred. McQuillan will miss underneath, and here comes Nelson full speed down the court. Wide open layup. She'll convert her first points of the game. Magic number here is 10. If they could somehow cut this lead in half, they could be in the fourth quarter as Trenbeth will draw the contact on Mauk. Can't finish the lefty layup. Trenbeth and Nipstead. They're going to need, I think, maybe a second page in the book. Keep track of their points tonight. How many of the DeVries family lineage do we have working the table tonight?
I believe it's just Leah down there tonight. My dad is working on a play that he's at practice right now, one that he wrote.
Oh, that's right. It's going down at the Red Door Art Gallery in Wahpeton.
Yep, should be a good time.
Leah, a good three-point shooter in her days as a Husky here, and Wahpeton needs that. On cue, Claire Langenwalter, yes!
There you go. Feed the hot hand and let her keep eating, bomb the arc.
Give her the rock. Third three for Claire Langenwalter, 51-31. 3 for 4. Quick three by Kindred on the other end off the mark. Rebound Paulskamp and foul. We're going the other way with it. Claire Langenwalter with a baseline three on the right side of the court. 2 baseline threes on the right side of the court and a wing three as well. So Wahpeton a chance to get it back under 20 here. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter on your CFI scoreboard. Woods bottled up in the corner. She'll dribble out. She's going to shoot a mid-ranger, and it is nothing but net. Claire Woods, 5 unanswered for the Huskies, down to 18.
So like you said, if you got those shots, take them.
Little turnaround jumper. Trenbeth, she nails it. Kind of surprised Kindred's not eating a little more time off the shot clock with their lead as Claire Langenwalter loses the handle, stolen away. Quickly up court, cherry picking down there. It's Trenbeth. She'll march across the lane and drop it in. Claire Woods going the other way here. A little Euro step through the contact, and Claire Woods suddenly figured it out.
Great move.
So back to 20. As Odegaard drives and Wahpeton just giving up free pass to the hoop. Wide open spaces, as the Dixie Chicks would say. Trenbeth with another one. And Woods is going to get called for a charge here. I got Trenbeth for 26 points. We still have half of the third quarter to go.
Wow. Great game for her.
Wahpeton back down by 22 points here. And Nipstead's going to drive this time. Good defense by Paulskamp, but it doesn't matter as Nipstead embraces the contact and finishes. Right wing Paulskamp, she'll drive and kick. Camry Mauk and just hanging on to the ball against the zone is the Cardinal sin. She'll go for the reverse layup. Great job.
Good finish for 2.
I'm sitting here dogging her for hanging on to the ball, but somehow she's able to dribble out of that corner, get a bucket. Good game for Mauk so far, 7 points. It's back to 22. Step back three off the dribble, bounces off the rim, then off the glass. We'll get another foul on Kindred. This time it's on Collins McQuillan. Well, the good news is McQuillan has been quiet in the third quarter after a big first half. The bad news is Trenbeth has not.
Being the only senior on this team, she's probably hungry to keep that, get that second spot there and not give it up to the Lady Huskies tonight.
Nelson crosses the timeline. Elbow pass to Mauk. Mauk out to Woods. Woods with the head fake. She'll drive, get a step on the D, and she can't get it to go. Woods with a great look there. And here comes Nipstead trying to get straight to the hoop again. She gets clipped by Mauk, able to finish. No call. Nelson to the right wing, Max. Back to Nelson, she'll drive. Nice floater, it's well short, and that's because she was hit on the arm. So despite the Huskies playing much better offensively in the second half, the lead is even bigger, 61-37 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We got to check Brady's availability as Nelson knocks this one down. But we'll see if we can't get that big crosstown rivalry here, kind of with Hankinson and superstar Rayshawn Earl, who may be a Mr. Basketball candidate, had 50 points against Wyndmere Lidgerwood. His Pirates team ranked number 4 in Division B, coming to Wahpeton Tuesday night, as Nelson goes 1 for 2. So it'll be 4 in Division B versus 5 in Division A, and Kindred just getting everything they want as Nipstead drives right down the main line for a bucket. Skip past to Nelson, catch and shoot, off the front iron, rebound Ella Langenwalter out to Max, long 2, off the back tab. Rebound, here goes Kindred running up the court for a couple more free points. Once again, Nipstead. Camry Mauk passes up the 3. She'll throw it away, stolen by Nipstead.
Well, credit Kindred's defense tonight. They're getting a lot of good takeaways for themselves.
Yeah, they've been in the passing lane. They've obviously watched some film. And Wahpeton gets a steal of their own there. Ella Langenwalter. She'll get blocked by Nipstead. Nipstead with a baseball pass down the court into the hands of Trenbeth. She'll turn and drive, and it rattles out. Fighting for her own rebound. She'll get it, go back up and finish.
Coach Watson will take a timeout after that, see if he can't get a little something going for his girls, see if he can give them a little bit of wisdom going out of this timeout, and it's a little bit rough for them right now.
And I'm running out of room for Trenbeth's points, so I'm going to hop down and double check I got it right. When we come back, we got the 2:38 left in the quarter, 67-38 Vikings. If I'm not back up from the floor, Brady will hop back on the call.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number 1 today.
Back at Wahpeton High School after that Huskies timeout.
24 points officially for Liza Trenbeth. 23 for Sierra Nipstead. So we'll try to keep it accurate here from now on out, now that I have their point totals. Huskies hoping they don't score too many more. Nelson up high. She'll split the double team, loses her dribble, hits the deck into the hands of Camry Mauk. Over to Max, out to Mauk. Mauk shakes a defender with a pass fake, her three-pointer off the glass. Nipstead working against Addie Parker, number 13, Addie Parker. And here comes Trenbeth, rolls it in with the left hand. So Addie Parker, who I had pegged as Ashlyn Max earlier in this game, my apologies, a 5'7" 8th grader getting some run here. 69-38. Up top to Nelson, jab, step, drive, back to Mauk. Ella Langenwalter, she'll try to split the defense and draw some contact on the finger roll. Ella Langenwalter headed to the line where she scored both of her points tonight. Just kind of at a loss for words. You know, this game pegged to be fairly close, and I know the first one Kindred won by 9 as Ella hits her first free throw. They won the first game by 9. They scored 70 points, I believe. So we pull the stats up in this one again. They won by 7, 68-71. So they've already scored more points. We're not into the fourth quarter yet. 69-39.
They sure came in here with a mission, and they're definitely going through it right now.
Like we said, after your OT win over Central Cass, unfortunately, Brady, not all the games are going to be that way on the radio. As Nipstead takes it up the court. Nice little back cut here. They try to feed it inside, but Claire Woods steals it. Here she comes with a full head of steam. Nobody will pick her up, and that's going to be a block in the restricted area. Count the bucket. And Claire Woods has gotten herself going after a 1-point first quarter. She's up to a dozen. You know, and the only good, there's never really a good thing about a loss, but I guess one takeaway would be, you know, you don't got to worry about the pressure of having that 2 seed now, or like having to play for it every time you come out there. You got to win if you want a chance at the 2 seed.
Yep.
Kindred takes the sweep here. They get the 2 seed. You could just kind of focus on getting better. And, you know, wherever the dominoes fall, that's where you'll be if you're Wahpeton.
Yep, take the game in as much as you can and just prepare for the next one.
A little bit of pressure off maybe as Kindred shoots a 3. It's short. Fight for the rebound, Claire Woods. Woods, look at that ball handling from the forward. She'll kick it out to Nelson. Nelson bounces it over, and there's an open 3. This time it is Max, and Max rattles it home. Ashlyn Max up to 7 points, right on her season average. You know, the Huskies, 46 points, not too shabby offensively.
Well, might as well keep those 3s flying as long as you got them.
Claire Woods guarding. They'll go into the middle of the paint, and a nice cut to the basket this time, and getting herself involved, Katie Odegaard up to 5 points. Nelson with a nice little hang crossover. She'll drive in and get fouled before the shot. She'll go to the line anyways. Kindred Vikings over the limit. So Piper Nelson came in here averaging over 15 a game. She has 3. Free throw line is a good spot to get your mechanics down and see your shot go in. It's crazy to think, you know, the trajectory of her career, what it could be. She played, you know, full season as a starter as a 7th grader last year. And now she's, you know, the best player some nights on this team as an 8th grader. You still have a 4-year varsity career ahead of you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. Obviously, any varsity career goes fast, so you gotta really drink it all in and just try to be your best self.
2-for-2 trip at the line, and yeah, they'll have this Woods-Nelson lineup with Woods being a sophomore for a few years yet. As Nipstead gets it across the timeline, crossover pass, top of the key here. Right side, thought about a drive. That's Maddie Peterson. Her pass to Nipstead poked away by Skyly Polskamp.
Yep, definitely one of those just rare nights where Coach Watson probably had a little bit of a loss himself. Hasn't stood up much, and normally he's pacing back and forth in front of the bench and probably just trying to figure out, like, what can we do here? What's the plan?
You know, what adjustments can be made on the fly when things have gone this bad? I don't know the answer to that. It's a nice hustle play in the backcourt. Ball gets tipped over to Polskamp, and Polskamp will head to the line for 2. Polskamp has 2 points on the night. Misses the first free throw. And broadcast tomorrow night is going to take us to Breckenridge for a doubleheader against Park Rapids area. Turner Bluffs has both games on KBMW News Live YouTube and over on the FM as that one rolls over the back of the backboard.
Oh, there's something you don't see every day right there.
Right. Thought maybe, top of the backboard is good. Back of the backboard, not good. So I thought
Right.
maybe it would ride the top and drop in, but Nipstead stops and pops from the free throw line, beats the buzzer at the third quarter. All Kindred. 73-48 on your CFI scoreboard. Kindred showing that they want no part of giving up that number 2 seed in Region 1. We'll be back with the final 8 minutes here on the I3G Sports Network when we come back right here also on AM 1450 KBMW.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Titan Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic, working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy a hands-on work experience. Learn from factory-trained service experts and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a Titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Titan Machinery Wahpeton, your local Case IH dealer. Visit titanmachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Quick shout out to our big egg guys over at Red E Performance Egg Parts. Contact them for your free air seeder inspection today. Yeah, I said that right, free 99. They'll find out what parts you need to make sure your most important pass is your best pass. And there's another pass through the lane, no tolls. Nipstad with another bucket. So she beats the buzzer, then she gets another bucket. Huskies throw it away. It's Nipstead again. She gets blocked from behind by Taylor Mauk. Gets her own rebound and finishes. 77-48 on your CFI scoreboard. Piper Nelson, left wing, picks it up at the top. Blocked away there by Nipstead. Back into the hands of Nelson. Out to Nelson. Contested three-pointer short. Fight for the rebound. Chasing it down. It's going to be Ashlyn Max. She'll draw the foul. Look at Tyler Felt over there. 29-point game, but Felt still over there parked on the baseline. You can kind of see him on the right side sitting down underneath the scoreboard, shooting highlights. Again, get over to that kid's Instagram, filmed by Felt. He's going to be a pretty good videographer. He is a pretty good videographer, but just excited to see the stuff that he makes.
Keeping the grind going, you got to love it.
Kind of got a little afro going, too. As Claire Woods pops a corner three off the back iron, rebound Max. Takes a look at the rim. Nice job turning and facing, but she'll miss the floater. So like you said, the energy just sucked out of this building, the wind out of the sails, and it is, you could hear a cricket in here as Nipstead drives and floats it in again.
Even on the Kindred side, it's pretty mellow. Noticed a lot. There was a little bit of trickling out after the boys game, but stayed pretty consistent from their size crowd, but it seems like they have the same idea as everybody else in the building.
Yeah, and Kindred's just been scoring so quickly that I've actually kind of kept keeping track here. We'll still get you guys scoring numbers after the game thanks to the team at the table, but I mean, they're scoring points in bunches when you can't keep up.
Yeah, and luckily that team at the table doesn't have a mic on right now. They don't call us some play-by-play. So
yeah, it's nice to have two guys on the broadcast too. It's always a luxury not having to run in like 4 pieces of equipment at once. The second free throw by Woods is off, 1 for 2 trip. Woods has moved into the scoring lead for the Huskies tonight, and here comes Trenbeth. Wow, nice little turnaround jumper, gets Cambry Mauk moving, and Trenbeth knocks it down. She's got to be over 30.
Yeah, she's proven it here tonight, why she's their top scorer. She's senior on the team, making it known.
Nice up and under scoop shot by Woods. She Euro stepped. Nice little flip shot, keeping the basketball away from the defense. Back down to 30, 81-51 Kindred on your CFI scoreboard. Inside, they want that Trenbeth fadeaway jumper, and she'll kiss it off the window, Dirk Nowitzki style. And it's going good. It's going great for Liza Trenbeth. Wow. Claire Woods, who's had a nice second half, looking to stay aggressive, and she gets to the hoop, finishes with her offhand.
Nice move inside.
She's great off the dribble. That's the thing about the Wood sisters with Scout, too. Like, they got power, but they got speed, too. Nelson playing some pressure defense, nearly forces a backcourt violation. And here comes Nipstead. And she will scoop up the and one. Squeezes between two Husky bodies and goes high off the glass. 85-53 Kindred on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
So that Coach Watson's going to sub in a couple of non-starters here, and
we got running clock now.
Maybe throw up the white flag a little bit, give the starters some rest, make sure they don't get hurt, because he's going to need them down the road in the long run.
Second free throw is good. You know, Kindred, they probably like to do the same thing if they can, but they can't take all their starters out because they only have 8 players.
Right.
So they can only take 3 of them out. And, you know, you would think you would want, you know, if you're going to bring in some younger girls who don't play much, you're going to want to keep either one of Trenbeth or Nipstead in, you know, some leadership on the floor. So I think Wahpeton's going to have to deal with this offense for the rest of the game. As that time, Max tries to tip the ball, little hand pass over to Doman. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, this Kindred team is very young, especially going down to their JV and C squad.
Yeah, not a single sophomore on there.
Nope. They got 1 freshman and all 8th graders.
So final 4 minutes here. Kindred has led wire to wire. They started this game 24-6. Never looked back. Their star players still in the game. Trenbeth may be trying to go for a school scoring record the way it's been here tonight, and she'll spin and go off the glass and miss that one. Rebound into the hands of number 30, Maddie Learcamp. Also into the game, Sierra. You probably know that name.
Dufaneus, I believe that's pronounced.
There you go. So Dufaneus, a 5'6" sophomore into the ball game. Wahpeton has kind of cleaned house on the starters. Another turnaround jumper for Trenbeth, and wouldn't be surprised if she's close to some kind of personal or school record, because up by 33, they're still trying to get her to the rock.
Yep.
As Doman gets it to a cutting Husky, and it is tipped out of bounds off Kindred. And Nipstead will check out, and as I mentioned, one of them's probably got to stay, and it's going to be Trenbeth. We approach 3 minutes left in the ball game. Nice drive, Julia Doman. She's a great offensive player. See a lot out of her on JV. She turns the corner and gets a layup.
And that's the great thing about being a non-starter for a game like this, is you can go into the end of the game and show off your skills a little bit. You got nothing to lose. Just let Coach Watson know what he's going to be getting from for the future from you.
Give yourself a little case for some more playing time, because as we said, you're still going against some of the top players for Kindred here. It's not like it's a B team for both squads. So
right.
Trenbeth gets to the free throw line. And another point for Eliza Trenbeth. Over 30 in this game. We'll have the official numbers. So Baco and Trenbeth coming here and just ripping the heart out of Wahpeton tonight in this doubleheader. Second free throw from Trenbeth, and gets it to roll. Into the corner, Doman with another drive, blows by the defense, lefty finish. Julia Doman with a good first step. Mid-range jumper from Kindred off the mark, rebound Learcamp. Learcamp gets it over to Tenley Hills. Tenley Hills, a 9th grader. Over to Emma Hornstein. Emma Hornstein, a senior on this squad, getting some run. Three-pointer from Hills off the mark, rebound Trenbeth. And Trenbeth is going to walk it up the court as we go under 2 minutes. Finds her teammate who's going to turn the corner and drive. Good move, can't finish, rebound Learcamp. And Learcamp's been good hitting the glass here in the final couple minutes. Over to Doman, we'll see if she drives. Nice spin move, Doman flips it up left-handed. Julia Doman, the star of the late game here for the Huskies. Trenbeth working on Doman. We'll see if Doman can get a defensive highlight to add to her reel here. Wide open three for Kindred. Long. Looks like it hit the wire. So Wahpeton will have 1 minute and running here. 88-59. Doman with 6 points in the last 2 minutes. A bright spot for the Huskies on a dim night.
Oh, they're certainly not going to get there, but maybe we shouldn't have written off the pace for 108.
Yeah, so they're going to come up just short of that. And Doman will lose the handle. And the shot clock and the game clock about identical here, final 30 seconds. And Wahpeton still playing pressure D, so Kindred probably still going to play regular offense. As this game winds down, Kindred picking up a massive statement win that's more than likely going to get them some votes in the top 5 next week, and they will finally dribble it out. 88-59, Huskies shell-shocked by the Lady Vikings. Both teams come in at 8-3 in the region. And yeah, Lady Vikings going to come out 9-3. Lady Huskies going to come out 8-4. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Miller Realty post-game show. I'll run over the tables, get you the stats, and we'll let you know how many buckets Trenbeth and Nipstead poured in tonight.
At Twintown Villa, the word moving has a lot of different meanings.
We moved Mom to Twintown Villa last year, and now that she's there, she won't stop moving.
For sure. From walks around the facility to music and dancing to field trips to shopping, Mom's always on the move.
And she loves that. Plus, one-to-one care she gets from the Twintown Villa staff is extremely moving. It's one-to-one care Mom needs and the space to herself that she needs too.
So get moving and take a tour of the good life at Twintown Villa.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu. Hey, North Dakota State College of Science, students, parents, and sports fans. You can find all the fun student events and upcoming games on the NDSCS website homepage at ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. Many women with breast cancer have no symptoms, and most have no family history of breast cancer. That's why it's so important to schedule annual mammograms starting at age 40. When found early, breast cancer is curable. 98% of patients survive. Don't wait another moment. Visit essentiahealth.org to schedule your mammogram today. Essentia Health, cancer care.
As a farmer, I have thousands of more mouths to feed than the average person. What fuels me to get the job done? The smell of the soil and the hum of the combine. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel for the most challenging conditions. Better than any formula yet, delivering maximum uptime every time. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around. Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com. AM 1450, KDMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3, K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the Valley.
All right, back here inside Wahpeton High School, unfortunately a night for Lady Huskies where they couldn't get the scoreboard shut off quick enough. It was 88-59 Kindred as they come in here. They lock up the 2 seed in the region. Good news for Wahpeton, they've locked up the 3 seed in the region, and they got 3 games to end the season. They could win out. They get back to playing their brand of basketball. So we take a look at kind of Wahpeton's road here. They were riding a 5-game win streak coming into this one. Kindred improves to 15-5. Wahpeton drops to 10-8. We'll take a look at the scoring numbers here on your Miller Realty postgame show, a tradition of knowledge, integrity, trust, and service. And I kind of ran out of space here for Nipstead and Trenbeth, so we'll turn to the book, and we'll start with Kindred. 48 in the first half, I believe, for Kindred. They end with 88. 34 points for Sierra Nipstead. 32 points for Liza Trenbeth. So they went for 53 combined in the first meeting. They go for 66 in the second meeting. Also in double figures was Collins McQuillan, and she was kind of the key to the game in this one because she had 10 of her 12 in the first half.
Yep, she started off the first half really nice for the Kindred Vikings.
So she made that, 9-10 point lead, a 20-point lead in the opening half, and Wahpeton had no answer. Kind of just, hate to say it, but kind of just rolled over in this one, and hard not to when a team is playing that well. But Wahpeton's going to need to kind of look in the mirror and figure out what they want to be down the stretch here, and also give themselves a little bit of grace and realize that they still have the stretch. They still have 3 games left of the regular season. And then it's not lose or go home like it is in Minnesota when you go to the section playoffs, which is crazy, by the way. If you didn't know this, you got to win 4 straight playoff games to get to state in Minnesota. You lose, you're done.
Oh, okay,
It's a double elimination here in North Dakota, so you could still get into the region qualifier. We'll take a look at the stats for Wahpeton. Again, 66 combined points for Trenbeth and Nipstead. Don't really need to say anything else. Mathis had 3, 7 for Odegaard, a dozen for McQuillan, 10 of them in the first half. And Claire Woods, who had 1 point in the first quarter, finishes right on her average with 18. Claire with 7 in the third quarter and 5 in the fourth quarter, and she also had 5 in the second quarter. So she figured it out. Good response. 10 points for Claire Langenwalter, 9 of them coming from beyond the arc, and that was kind of like our sole source of excitement tonight was her three-pointers. So watching her hit those threes, I wish she would have shot more threes, got more opportunities to shoot more threes, but maybe that's something the team will see on film, what worked, what got her open. And 10 points, I believe, is a season high for Claire Langenwalter. 6 points for Julia Doman. Those all came in the last 2 minutes. Probably like moment number 2 of excitement was her driving to the basket. Some very nice finishes off the dribble in the final 2 minutes of the ball game. 7 points for Ashlyn Max. 7 points for Cambry Mauk. 4 points for Ella Langenwalter. 2 points for Skyly Pulskamp. And star 8th grade point guard Piper Nelson. That was their assignment tonight, and they checked that box. They held her to 5 points, and all 5 of her points coming in the third quarter. She was held scoreless in the first, second, and fourth quarters. Her 3-point shot really gets her going, and it seemed like when she did shoot the 3, it was just like, got to catch it and get rid of it.
Yep.
They were right there. So that's your State Farm stat report. Woods gets 18 for Wahpeton, 34 for Nipstead, 32 for Trenbeth, and that's how the cookie crumbles tonight. Just a game to forget for the Huskies, and they'll be back at it against a 3-15 Standing Rock team. A little pick-me-up game on Saturday. We won't have that one. We're going to give Brady a day off because he's been calling games right and left, and we'll chit-chat later and see if we can't get Tuesday's Hankinson-Wahpeton game on. So thanks for joining me tonight, Brady.
Yeah, of course. It was a good time, and obviously there's always something good to take away from a game. Whether you lose, you win, you lose bad, you win really good. There's always something good to take away, like you said, locked up the 3 seed, and now they can go into tournament play, and if they meet this team again, they know what they're going to face. They know they got to be tough, and that Kindred's not just going to roll over and just give up against them. So that's something that Coach Watson can prepare them for.
Yeah, good game to figure out what you need to work on and what you need to fix moving forward into March Madness. So yeah, Brady's done a handful of games for us already. Closed your first sale today.
Yep.
So hats off on that. And the team at Essentia Health, I believe that was Julie Rosenberg. Love working with Essentia Health, our player of the game sponsor. And our player of the game tonight for Wahpeton, we'll go with Claire Woods. 18 points and a good response, not getting down on herself, scoring 17 of those points after the first quarter. And your players of the game for Kindred, 230 spots from Trenbeth and Nipstead. That is going to be a tough duo to beat. And I think now you start looking at Kindred. Of course, Valley City, number 1 in the region, ranked number 2 in the state. I think you look at Kindred and you say they're right in the conversation. So those 2 girls carried that team tonight. Nipstead, Trenbeth, and Woods on the Wahpeton side, your Essentia Health players of the game, here with you. And for your Red River Agency play of the game, I'm going to go with that little scoring spurt at the end of the game from Julia Doman. Could have just dribbled it out, played hesitant, but Julia Doman said, I'm getting in the game. I'm going to do something with my minutes, and she definitely made her case for more playing time, going against 4 of the Vikings starters, scoring 6 points. So that is my Red River Agency play of the game, presented by your trusted hometown agents, Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard. Got anything else to add about the game tonight? I know I probably talked too much. Didn't let you talk enough, but other than that, anything else?
No, that's all right. I just definitely think both Huskies teams have to hold their heads high. They came into a game against 2 tough opponents, and they knew what they were fighting for, and Kindred just had a little bit more drive for both games to get that number 2 seed. So definitely nothing to shake your head about. And like I said, you know what you could face in tournament play, and just gotta work towards that and just go on to your next game from here.
So the Huskies again, Saturday versus Standing Rock. They'll take a 10-8 record against the 3-15 Standing Rock team. We won't have that one, but you can join us again tomorrow on KBMW News Live YouTube. Home doubleheader, Breckenridge versus Park Rapids area. That all starts at 5:45. Turner Blofis has the call. I'm Robert Wanick. He's Brady DeVries. Time to lock up the cage at the Dog Den and move on from this game.
I love country music.
It's fun. AM 1450 KBMW.